Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome to the gym, and thank you so much for being here. Hopefully, you're having a great day. I am joined by my buddy Craig. How you doing, Craig?
Doing well. How yourself, Andrew?
I'm doing fantastic. Happy to have you on. I know normally you're a hardworking man, but you're off this week.
I am. I like to save up my vacation to take a nice long chunk at the end of the year, so it's a good time to get some gaming in.
That's right. Yes, I was very excited that you were able to make it to the stream to participate today. Usually, you're hardworking, hanging out in the chat a little bit.
Yep.
Koros Eagle, if you have seen Craig around in the Twitch chat. Craig, tell the folks at home a little bit about yourself. Like, who are you, and how'd you get into Pokemon?
Well, I grew up playing the video games. I think I was about 5 years old when I first started playing the games, and played cards with my brother as a kid growing up. Didn't really get into it. Realized you could, go to stores, play games like this. And then right before COVID, I got really into playing a little bit more. And then the world shut down. But then, getting into it, and with the birth of GLC a couple years ago, I really have dived headfirst into playing all these different fun types, and it's been a lot of fun. And I'm here every week trying to get more badges.
That's right. I don't think that anybody at Full Grip has more finals appearances than you.
I think that's fair to say.
Yes.
Most of them are losing to you. I'm pretty sure 3 of your 4 badges.
Yes, you always got to make it past Craig during the badge.
Yes.
He's always there, and we're happy to have him there. Brings a lot of creativity to the Gym Leader Challenge League, and we're very thankful for that. And what's the badge you got right now?
Colorless.
That's right. Colorless.
It's not, but it was Archeops pre-ban of Pokemon Research Lab. However, I shoved a Ursaluna in there.
Oh, that's right. It was
because
spicy.
I love the Ursaring, Ursaluna line. So I like to just build decks that I love, and then put Pokemon that I like in there a little bit. So make them strong with dudes I love to play with.
That's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about. Now, definitely one of your favorite decks, and one of the decks that you have kind of pioneered is your Tanky Grass deck, right?
Yes.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about your Tanky Grass deck? I'll pop it over to the hand cam there.
Sure.
You can square that up a little bit. Almost.
There we go.
And ta-da.
Okay. So this deck is something that I've been playing a lot since Brilliant Stars came out, right? The new Kricketune with his Swelling Tune ability, combined with the Leavanny's Blanket Weaver ability. Blanket Weaver your grass Pokemon take 40 less damage from your opponent's attacks, and Kricketune gives your grass Pokemon plus 40 HP. So really trying to take advantage of the extra, tank that you can use, especially with like Torterra. I like to go between, right now I'm trying using Yanmega with his free retreat, use Jetwing 160. And then I have now Scovillain in here for Super Spicy Breath, gives you 180 damage if you have a fire energy attached. So between those two, those are kind of the big guys. Make them big, take as many hits as they can, cycle between them, and accelerate energy with Cherrim's Spring Balloon ability. Those are kind of the guys that I like to go with right now, getting a little bit of the the fire energy with the Mela package, kind of trying to do something a little different, see if I can make this deck a little bit faster, get a little bit more speed to the tank as well.
And then another kind of unique deck that you have is the Lightning Spread deck. Now, Lightning Pokemon definitely have a strong spread game, but this deck really leans into it. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so when this guy came out, also, I believe in Brilliant Stars, right, the Electivire with his high voltage current ability or attack does 50 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon. So between that and, I have this Toxtricity that does 20 with Poison Shout. It does 20 to everything, and your opponent's Pokemon is now poisoned. Using those guys and even maybe some Split Bomb ability from the Ampharos, yeah. Trying to get through there, and I think with some of the new cards that have come out, like Luxurious Cape, using Luxurious Cape on the Electivire, really to try and, if I can get 2 attacks off with the Electivire, it's pretty likely that it's going to be a multi-prize turn, at least that turn or the next turn, right? So trying to just go behind early, take advantage of cards like Reversal Energy to really kind of dig in and let your opponent feel like they are getting out to a solid lead.
Yeah.
But
and then punish them.
Exactly. And they take multi-prize turns. I think I've gotten a 5-prize turn once. So
Electivire is gnarly. I mean, 50 damage to everything. Kyogre got banned for 80 to everything. Granted, it was a basic. There was a, but 50 to everything's about as strong as a spread attack gets in this format. And, Electivire being able to pump that out for just 1 energy with reversal energy, and then, 50 to everything might not take a prize. So if the Electivire survives, then you're saying, okay, 50 more to everything. That's 100 damage to everything. Now I'm taking multiple knockouts, right?
And a lot of it adds up with the Regieleki as well, right? You can do 50 to everything with Electivire, and then if you can get Regieleki off the next turn, you do 120 and then 40 to 2 on the bench. So that'll take out a lot of support Pokemon at 90 HP.
Exactly. Yeah, that's really cool. I know Alex won his Lightning Badge with a list that was similar to that, which was really cool to see. I've got 3 decks on my side of the table. Whoop. Nope. Here we go. All right. I've got 3 decks on my side of the table that you will probably recognize. I've just got my grass deck, which I've been looking to get more reps with. I really love the grass deck, and I think it's just a classic Gym Leader Challenge, archetype at this point that's been pretty well established, except I do have Battle VIP Pass. I've got Arven, and I've got the Technical Machine Evolution in here. Just a small, little package with Town Store, Beach. And I think that having Tropical Beach in setup decks like this is still totally fine. It's not necessary, but something that I've been thinking is that you're not going to Arven Technical Machine Evolution every single game, right? I mean, it's just one play that you can make that's pretty good, but you're not going to try and get that play every single game because it's fruitless. It's not going to happen every single game, right? And you would make your deck less consistent by trying to make it so that happened every single game because your deck would fail to do other things that it needs to do. So having multiple good turn 1 options, I think, is just really strong for a lot of Gym Leader Challenge decks. And if that means sometimes I Town Store and do TM Evolution, sometimes I Tropical Beach, or sometimes I attack with, Kricketot and go get 3 grass Pokemon out of my deck, or whatever. Just having more things to do to help you set up is something that's a philosophy I'm trying to go with now in Gym Leader Challenge. As I try to figure out, there are so many good cards now, trying to figure out what cards make the cut is, I'm sure, as you know.
Oh man, I can get to cards 53 and 54, but then anything from 55 to 65, it's wide
tough.
Open.
It's tough. I'm also trying a little bit of a different spin on my water deck lately. I'm not playing, I believe I do not have Bridget or Gloria in here anymore. I'm playing Battle VIP Pass. But then I'm not playing TM Evolution because I don't think that there are any tools really worth getting other than the TM Evolution. So I'm not going to play Town Store. I'm not going to play Arven. I feel like there's better stadiums and supporters to play. So I have the Battle VIP Pass, which you can just get with Irida. So that's kind of the thought. And Battle VIP Pass is obviously just a great card if you open it. But then I'm still playing the Alolan Vulpix because I think that card is just almost too good not to play. And when Alolan Vulpix is a card that when things are not going as planned, it just helps fix everything, right? And that's the argument for Alolan Vulpix. It's just such a solid card. It can literally set the whole deck up, just by itself, which if that doesn't sell you on it, I don't know what would. I am also trying the 3rd energy searching item in here. I've got Capacious Bucket, I've got Earthen Vessel, and I've got Professor's Letter. So that's 3 different cards that can search out double water energy to get very explosive starts with the water deck. So it should be pretty cool. I know Rhyme's kind of funny, but think of it this way. I cut the boss's orders out of here, right? And you need a certain amount of cards that help you push Wobbuffet and Galarian Weezing out of the active. And it's I've got Guzma and I've got the Kyogre to hit things on the bench. But Rhyme is just a draw card, but it also pushes those problematic Pokemon out of the active. So with Rhyme, Guzma, Escape Rope, you have a certain amount of cards that can push those ability lockers out of the active, which is something that is really important for a deck like Water, which relies on abilities to set up and draw. So, matchups. We've got more decks here than we've talked about, but I'm trying to get gaming. So, let's talk matchups, folks. What do you at home want to see? I realize that I forgot my dice, so I'm going to unplug real quick and go get them. Greg, the floor is yours.
All right. You know what? You were talking about that rhyme. I really do enjoy the rhyme. I was using it a lot in my tanky grass build. I think I've since cut it. But that has been something that I found for exactly what you were saying, right? Getting rid of Wobbuffet in the active. We haven't seen a lot of Galarian Wheezing at Full Grip on Thursday nights, but Wobbuffet, always a threat. So being able to just draw a few more cards, especially in my grass build, I think I was finding it was really helpful trying to just dig a little bit further, but then get something like that Wobbuffet out of the active.
Yeah, definitely. Now, I don't have every single one of my decks here today. I am still tweaking some, but I have decks here that I was interested in getting some gameplay with, maybe decks that I haven't gotten gameplay with in a little while, like the Psychic deck, my Water deck, my Grass deck, and decks that I do feel like I've updated a little bit. Now, Craig and I do have two different takes on Psychic, and I think that Psychic is a deck that is just really kind of open. I mean, it's wide open. There are so many different ways to play Psychic, right? And Craig and I both have different versions of Psychic here today. I've got my Tinkaton version still. I was playing with Xatu a little bit, and I don't know how to explain it. But I wasn't impressed by Xatu that much. It's crazy. Like, how am I not that impressed by Xatu? But it's like having to have the Psychic energy in your hand and then having to accelerate it to the bench. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I do have the Xatu in my list, and I've found similar conclusions. I like it still, but I was up to 8 basic energy, playing both Professor's Letter and Earthen Vessel, and that's a lot of cards that you could use other slots for, right? Yeah. So it's been really good, but Malamar might just be better, and drawing with Tinkaton might be strong.
Yeah, I think that that would be interesting to see eventually. Maybe we'll do a Psychic Mirror.
Sure.
But let's start off with your Lightning against my Grass. I think that's probably fine. Grass can be a little bit tough for Lightning sometimes, but I have no bench barrier or anything like that, and I think that that's certainly a matchup where you could math things out and take multiple knockouts all at once. I am playing the Kricketune, but 2 Electivires knocks out the Kricketune. Mm-hmm. So you kind of have a little you have a little give and take there.
Yeah. I was telling you a little bit earlier, I was playing the Magnezone with I can't remember the ability right now, but the Energy Accelerator Magnezone, right?
Yeah.
And the Alolan Raichu with Electro Rain. I'm trying to use that to hit the board once or twice with the Electivire, but then follow up with a board wipe with the Electro Rain. It was taking a lot to set up. So I've tried to slow this or speed this one up with a more low maintenance kind of build.
Yeah, I like that. As much as Magnezone is cool, I feel like Lightning just doesn't really have the support to set up Magnezone very consistently or use it effectively. It's draw support, fills your hand to 4. You really want like big hands if you're going to be dumping energy into play. And I found myself just really preferring the stage 1 kind of consistency build in the Lightning decks generally, but Magnezone, I mean, there are some good Lightning Magnezones, and we've seen Magnezone really take off in the Metal deck as a real potent way to play the Metal deck. The difference being Metal has Jirachi, which does really help to piece things together.
It's surprising how much that Jirachi helps. I think it's really solid, especially with cards like a Skateboard. You can use its ability and then still retreat out of the active even though you're asleep.
Yeah, for sure. Now, I'm curious to see if the TM Evo is going to be something that I end up using at all in this deck. I was thinking about it, and I was like, well, it just seems kind of too good not to play. But then, like, there are so many cards you want to play in this deck, right?
That's true.
There are just so many. It's really hard to fit everything in. So at the end of the day, you just have to make concessions. Everything is about concessions. You got to make concessions. You got to kind of pick a lane and stay in it. I wanted to fit the pincer in here, but at the end of the day, I was like, I can't really justify the pincer because it's a situational attacker and everybody else is just good all the time.
Yeah.
So, it's tough.
It is. It's really tough trying to find those last few cards, and there's so many different ways that you can build a deck that I don't think you can say any one deck is the perfect 60 anymore.
Optimal doesn't exist, bro.
Exactly. I think there's so many different ways that you can get it going well, and a lot of it, it's a game of luck as much as it is skill. I think that's where I've found, especially getting set up early.
Like you can build decks to be a little bit. I think a lot of players are starting to do this, like build their decks to be a little bit more swingy, a little bit more hot and cold.
Yeah.
Like when it's hot, but when it's not, it's really not. Yeah. And it's a risky way to build your deck, especially with, Battle VIP Pass and things like that. Sometimes a turn 2 Bridget can be really good. Sometimes, a turn 3 Gloria can win you the game. But Battle VIP Pass is a card that only works on the first turn. But unlike Bridget and Gloria, it can be played on the first turn going first. So it has its strengths, it has its weaknesses. And I'm interested to see, how decks kind of grow and evolve, in this upcoming year, honestly. We're coming on year 3 of Gym Leader Challenge's existence. And it's been really a treat to see them grow and evolve over the course of the 2 years we've been playing this format. All right. My deck was completely sorted, so that's why I gave it a good old thorough riffling. There we go. Got some dice. You don't have any poison or burn in your deck, do you? I don't think I do either.
I do have poison in this deck.
You do? That's so right. We'll get the poison and burn markers out. Okay.
Got to keep you on your toes.
Yes, that's right. You do the Toxtricity. Yes. I forgot about that. All right, and when we set up, obviously, we try to keep it. Let's see, I can give us a little bit more space on the board. That'll be good. And then we'll start our records. Try to keep your board in the line. Yeah, you'll be able to see. Okay, Craig, would you like heads or tails?
Tails never fails.
So true.
Usually it does. I will go second.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
Do you have a basic?
I do not.
Nor do I.
Quite a bummer, though. I do have the Technical Machine Evolution.
TM Evolution in there? Okay.
You never know when you want Zebstrika turn 1.
Turn 1 Zebstrika. That does seem pretty good. Yeah, Tankman getting in there with 100K on Streamer. Okay. Dang, that's a wager.
No pressure.
Tankman betting on the grass deck. Yeah, that adds up.
Yeah. Get a good old riffle in there. Bend these cards. All right. I do have a basic.
I do not.
All right.
Good hand, though. Ball guy, beach.
Would be very nice. I will get these set up.
Oh, yes. Brandon, I did see the Craig bits did go through and got bonus bits for that. So thank you for that. There's also been a bunch of subs and stuff and a hype train that happened. So thank you all very much for the support. I really appreciate that. I won't be able to thank everybody as I'm producing and playing and doing all that, but I really, really appreciate the support. So thank you. Yeah, it's supposed to be bonus bits and discount subs this month. Holy smokes.
That's really nice.
Exciting. Okay. Do we have the same colors? No, you've got emerald.
I've got emerald.
I've got like forest green or something.
I'm a big fan of the extra little sparkle. All right. I will take the 1 mulligan.
Sounds good. I remember I had to convince you to put Zapdos in the deck, right?
Yeah, I like to... I got some hot takes sometimes. I don't always fully believe it. Zapdos is an incredible card. But more often than not, I have been finding myself early on playing Lightning, getting Zapdos stuck in the active, and then losing promptly after. But
you got Zapdos back in now.
He's in here.
Yeah. Well, now I'm worried. All right. Good luck.
You as well.
Draw. All right. I've got a very grassy-looking hand with a level ball and a research and a brave little Turtwig in the active. And I'm hoping that it does not get absolutely blasted by a Zapdos turn 1. That'd be great. Play level ball. And let's take a look at what we got going on in the deck. The Kricketune line is here. Rillaboom, present. Torterra, Grookey, Venusaur, Thwackey. So the entire Rillaboom line is in the deck. And Roselia is good. Roserade, Ivysaur. I believe I'm missing Bulbasaur. So that Bulbasaur, Shining Genesect are gone. And that's okay. Is my Grotle and Torterra in here? I don't know that I saw either of them.
That's bad odds.
Torterra, no, Torterra's here, but Grotle is not. So that is worth noting as well. So that's fine. With level ball, I'll grab Roselia and put it onto my bench. And the thought here is that if I'm dealing with maybe a quick, aggressive start from Craig, then I can use Roserade maybe to bail me out. Attach a grass to Turtwig. I'll pass to you.
All right, the very pretty Spiral Energy. I will draw for turn. I've got a pretty nice opening hand. We've got Quick Ball, we've got an Energy, we've got Ball Guy as well off the mulligan draw. So I'm going to dig for the Zapdos. We'll have to see if he's actually in the deck. If not, I've got the Ball Guy for Hisuian Heavy Ball, assuming that's also not prize. So we'll start off with play Quick Ball, discarding the Volkner. So we'll go in here. We got Electivire in the deck, Elekid, Toxtricity, Electabuzz, Regieleki, Ampharos.
Yo, and thank you, Big Ben team, for those 5 gifted subs. Appreciate it.
Toxel. All right, there's Zapdos. So we will grab Zapdos off the Quick Ball. Go ahead, bench Zapdos. Attach Lightning. And play Ball Guy. Search for up to 3 different ball cards in my deck. Ultra Ball's in the deck. We've got Hisuian Heavy Ball, Nest Ball. And those are the 3. So we will grab those. No need to check prizes if I'm going to just Hisuian Heavy Ball. So we'll start with the Hisuian Heavy Ball. Got the Zebra and both Eels prized, so it's unideal, but we can work with that. Take Tynamo off the Hisuian Heavy Ball. Shuffle up the prizes. Would you like to cut?
You're good, man.
Hey, you never know. Could put that Zebra could be the first one off. Still will play Nest Ball. For the Blitzel. I know you're a big fan of the agility Blitzel.
I am. Got to go with the spread.
Yeah,
I get it.
He's cute. He's on a little iceberg too, you know.
I know.
So, figured if he's attacking, it's probably a bad spot to begin with.
I know, but invincibility.
It's very good. It's hard to argue that one. We'll bench Tynamo. And free retreat with Tapu Koko. Come in with Zapdos for Thunderous Assault for 80 and the knockout.
Yes, Turtwig goes down. Craig takes a prize. And that is what I was worried about. But I'll promote my brave little Roselia and draw for turn. Nest Ball off the top is very good so that I can start recovering this situation. Ordinary Rod. We'll shuffle the Grass Energy and the Turtwig back into the deck. And play Nest Ball to go find another basic Pokemon. And I definitely need to get my Grookey, so Nest Ball for Grookey. And then I would like to hopefully find a big Pokemon that can kind of take a hit from Zapdos off of this research that I've got. Grass Energy to Grookey, and Professor's Research. Discard my hand and draw 7 cards. Oh boy. Okay, not a lot of basics here. And by not a lot, I mean 0 basics here. But that's all right. I can do... What are the odds that this Roselia gets smacked again, huh? Oh, that's okay. Turffield Stadium, and I'll use it. Turffield allows me to search my deck for an evolution, a grass evolution, put it into my hand. So I could go get the Roserade and then use Le Parfum to go get a basic. I mean, it doesn't feel great. But I do need to just get some basics going or else. That's fine. He ain't got it this next turn. I'll Turffield for Roserade and evolve Roselia into Roserade. Use Le Parfum, which allows me to search my deck for Pokemon. Or use Le Parfum, which allows me to search my deck for any card I want and put it into my hand. I think I said I prized... Bulbasaur is prized? Yeah, we're going to have to... With Le Parfum, I'll get Hisuian Heavy Ball and play it. Yeah, and I got some dudes in here, don't I? So.
Looks like a typical grass prize.
Yeah, typical, huh? I'll take Bulbasaur. And then bench it. I do play Gladion, so I can search that Grotle out if I have to, but it could be worse. I mean, I don't have any of my energy accelerators prized anymore, so that's good. And then I am going to hope that you do not aggress on my poor grass guys again. Pass.
All right. Draw. Now I've got a choice to make. I do have Guzma. So, there's going to be some aggression here. Now, I think the choice probably is going to have to be the Grookey. So we will go ahead, play Guzma.
Yep.
Guzma up the Grookey. Promote Tapu Koko. Let's see. Going ahead on another prize here. This N becomes a little less valuable, so I will play Ultra Ball, discarding N and Hisuian Heavy Ball. Let's go dig in here a little bit. I think knowing that Andrew has not had the greatest start and didn't have a whole lot off that Professor's Research for 7, I am a little comfortable to start setting up somebody else here. We've got Tynamo down. I'm going to take another prize to dig for either the Zebra or the Electric. So I think here I can get somebody like Toxel set up for Toxtricity in a turn to start spreading some damage around. So I will bench Toxel off the Ultra Ball. And free retreat off Tapu Koko into Zapdos and Thunderous Assault for 80.
Grookey biting the dust there. Tough. But that's okay. That's what the Lightning deck does. Craig has 4 prizes left, and I have N in my hand, so I will be nerfing his hand a bit.
Uh-oh.
Promote Roserade and draw. Ooh. Got rare candy. Would have been nice to have that Grookey, but that's okay. Revitalizer. And recover the Grookey, put it right back down onto my bench. And then I'm hoping that I find TM Evolution. Would be pretty good. So attach Grass Energy to Roserade. Use Turffield Stadium to get Ivysaur and evolve Bulbasaur into Ivysaur. Then let's play N.
It's unfortunate because I did find the Zebra off the prize there.
Ah, yes. Back to the deck. It's fine. There's not, the Zapdos is really intimidating, but there's not too much else going on Craig's board yet. So I can still bounce back. Just need to get some big dudes going. Once I get this Rillaboom and Venusaur in play, all will be well. Okay. I get 6, you get 4.
All right. 1.
Okay. Still very low on basics, but that is okay. I've had a tough time finding them. I'll put Tropical Beach into play. And Beach for 2.
Draw for turn. Now, that N looked quite bad for me. However, top decking the Evo Soda works out very well, as I can evolve into Toxtricity. Attach energy to Toxtricity and Evo Soda. Go get the Zebstrika that was shuffled away. My nice reminder of my second place finish to you. Off of, I believe that was the week I was playing Water and you were playing Lightning. We matched up round 5.
Yep.
And then you beat me and won off of 1% resistance.
Ah, goes like that sometimes, doesn't
it? It does. So, I don't always wear chips on my shoulders, but he's in my deck. So, now I can not really do a whole lot based on my board state here. I can start sprinting. However, I do have this nice Hex in hand, and with Andrew playing Tropical Beach, it's actually pretty good for me. I think I will go ahead and Play Hexmaniac.
Ooh.
So there are no abilities to the end of the next turn.
You cannot sprint after that.
Correct.
Okay.
I will beach for 6.
Oh, that's sick. Okay. Okay. Draw. Okay. Interesting. Bench Zarude. Evolve Ivysaur into Venusaur. Venusaur. Evolve Ivysaur into Venusaur. And here... Yeah, that's fine. Evolve Grookey into Thwackey. And then play Ball Guy. Finally, I'll be able to get some basics out of my deck, which will be very good. With Ball Guy, I'll get Quick Ball, Net Ball, and Ultra Ball. Gonna forego the TM Evo, just doesn't really matter, I don't think, right now. Just kind of set up normally and then beach and kind of get all my guys ready to go. Let's Quick Ball, discard Town Store. I don't want to play into... I'm not sure the Craig's deck plays Parallel City now I'm thinking about it because it's a spread deck, so you don't want to give me the opportunity to discard damaged Pokemon. Quick Ball, get Turtwig and Benchits. And then Netball. To get Cricketots. Okay. I'll attach Grass Energy to Zarude and Beach for 4.
All right, draw for turn. That beach gave me some pretty good options here last turn. I have Versus Seeker, so I can start to Guzma something up, try and stick it in the active. Most of these other cards aren't really going to put me in a much better board position, so I think I can play Silent Lab to bump Tropical Beach. With the Electric still prized, this Evo Incense isn't all that beneficial here. So I think Versus Seeker for Guzma. Guzma up Venusaur. Bring up Tapu Koko. And this is quite a large hand to start sprinting away, but we're going to have to start digging here. So,
maybe we get one lightning in the discard pile.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So, Professor's Letter. Search for up to 2 basic energy. So let's get out. Let's see, we have 7 in the deck. So 1, 2 are active. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, they're all accounted for. So I think it's okay to go ahead and dump 2. Two basic to my hand. And sprint. Draw 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. bench Electabuzz and attach Lightning Energy to Electabuzz. And go ahead, free retreat off Tapu Koko into the Toxtricity. I'll attach the Technical Machine Evolution, but I will use Poison Shout for 20 damage everywhere and poison the active. And then Technical Machine Evolution is discarded at the end of the turn.
Toxtricity getting in there. Okay, and then the poison. Very cool. I'll take 10 from the poison and draw. Okay. It's finally time for me to start moving. So, first, I'll play Avery. Force you to discard 2.
Discard the Zapdos. And we'll dump Dynamo.
And I draw 3. Okay. I don't have any energy, but I can just go get Rillaboom, which is fine. I would have liked to get Torterra this turn, but that's okay. Evolve Kricketot into Kricketune. Give all of my Pokemon plus 40 hit points. And then I think the Toxtricity is annoying, so I kind of want to knock that out. Play Ultra Ball, discard Arven, and do I even need the Gladion? And Gladion. And with the Ultra Ball, I'll get Rillaboom. I was hoping that I would draw into Torterra there so I could Rare Candy into Torterra, but it's all good. Evolve Thwackey into Rillaboom. Attach Floatstone to Venusaur. And I'll use Voltage Beat to accelerate 1 grass energy to Zarude. Just 1. Since I have Venusaur in play, counts as 4, so I'll be doing plenty to take the knockouts.
Yeah, you having that Floatstone is really bad for me.
Retreat the Venusaur into Big Z money. And repeated whip for 140 damage.
Toxtricity goes down. I will promote Tapu Koko and draw. The Luxurious Cape there actually is kind of nice. Try to make the math work a little bit here. If you get 2 more energy accelerated onto the Zarude from Rillaboom, that's going to give you 4, 8, 220. So we'll put Luxurious Cape on the Electabuzz and play Pokegear. Okay. So off the Pokegear, we get Marnie, the option available there. Don't really want to play Marnie. Was hoping for more of Raihan or probably just Raihan, really. Try and get the Electivire out and get energy accelerated to it.
To sprint or to Marnie?
To sprint or to Marnie, yes. It's quite a frequent problem that I find myself in here. I think in order to keep the game pushing, I have to be able to get Electivire and get Raihan going, because without any Dynamo set up, I cannot accelerate any energy any faster. How many cards do you have in your hand?
I've got 6.
It's quite a few cards.
It is.
Did not help my decision making at all. I can see 9 cards if I Marnie and then sprint and cut you down to 4. Seems good. I think I need to just play Marnie.
Think it's a safe bet.
No cards in hand, so draw 1, 2, 3, 4.
See, you wouldn't have found it.
It's very true. I did find Elekid, though. It's not a terrible spot to be in, so play Elekid. And the Silent Lab is not really doing a whole lot here. So bump Silent Lab for Stormy Mountains, and I will Stormy Mountains. Electivire was on the bottom of the deck, so we were not getting him off of that. Raihan would have been the sprint, though, after the Marnie. Off Stormy Mountains, get and bench Mareep with the Fluffy Pillow ability. Can put you to sleep for a turn. Hope I get a little bit of lucky here to get back into it. Attach Lightning Energy to Electabuzz. Now this puts me in a bad position, having not gotten the Electivire. A Quick Boss or Rhyme, though I can choose off the Rhyme.
Yeah.
Don't believe there's anything else level ballable off this, so Sprint, away Lightning Energy and Level Ball. Draw 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. See what we've got over here in the discard. We got Toxtricity, Zapdos, Luxray, Ampharos. Not a whole lot that I really need back right now. I can bench Regieleki and retreat into the Elekid and Crackling Shot to put 30 damage on... Probably the Kricketune.
Okay, Kricketune will go up to 5 and draw. Okay. Interesting. So it's got 40 hit points left. That is Regieleki territory. Huh. That's fine. Scoop up nets the Roserade. I do love playing Scoop Up Net. In decks that have come into play abilities like Roserade's Leparfum, Marshadow's Let Loose, Intellion's Shady Dealings, being able to use those abilities more than once is insane. So I'll bench Roselia, and that effectively gives me the ability to choose whatever I want out of my deck next turn, so long as that Roselia lives through the turn. And then I could pump a little bit more energy into play. Wouldn't hurt. Voltage Beat. Do have to be careful. I've got a Super Rod, not a ton of energy left in the deck. Voltage Beat, and attach 2 grass energy from my deck to Rillaboom.
Rillaboom's a great attacker in this matchup. The lightning guys are all very squishy.
Yes, and he's huge.
Yeah.
Yes, he is massive. Okay. And I know I have to be very careful with my energy commitments. So I don't necessarily want to just attach an energy somewhere it doesn't necessarily need to be. But I really want to save this Kricketune. So I'll attach Herbal Energy from my hand to Kricketune, which heals 30 damage, undoing the Elekid's Crackling Shot.
That's a bummer.
Yes, and putting it out of Regieleki range. I do like that. Also puts it out of Electivire range. So that's pretty good. And then Repeated Whip for the knockouts.
Elekid goes down. Promote Tapu Koko. And draw. All right. We will evolve Mareep into Flaffy to get a Dynamotor started going a little bit. Really need to get some energy accelerated into play here. Top decking the Super Rod puts me in a position to sprint away most of my remaining recovery cards, and that feels bad. So, it might be worthwhile to bring some of these things back. So we'll start with Super Rod. Don't really need the Elekid anymore. He's not going to be doing a whole lot for me. Probably get Tynamo here. Zapdos might be worthwhile to clean up a little bit later. I kind of like the Ampharos. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 energy down. So with Rescue Stretcher,
Super Rod?
Yeah. With Rescue Stretcher in hand, I will probably save these Pokemon for Rescue Stretcher and try and get a couple energy back in without depleting the tanks. So we'll take 2 energy and Ampharos off the Super Rod. And then Rescue Stretcher to bring back Tynamo, Luxray, and Zapdos. Shuffle them back into the deck. Stormy Mountains to go get the Tynamo out. Try and set up a second Dynamotor here shortly. Now with my last card in hand being Iono, play Iono.
Okay.
Again, no cards in hand, so I will draw 4, and you will draw 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's see. So off of that Iono, we get 1 Lightning Energy, Muscle Band, Floatstone, and Battle VIP Pass. Battle VIP Pass is not really that helpful anymore, so go ahead and attach Lightning Energy to Electabuzz. Attach Muscle Band to Tapu Koko. And I will put Floatstone on probably the Regieleki just for later on. And sprint to discard Battle VIP Pass and draw 4.
That feels good.
3, 4. Yes, getting that out of the deck is very nice at this point. Evolve Electabuzz into Electivire. Didn't get punished for attaching the Luxurious Cape early, so that felt really good. And from here, go ahead, retreat Tapu Koko, promote Electivire with Luxurious Cape and 3 energy attached, and High Voltage Current to do 50 damage to the entire board.
I see. Yes, that is quite a bit. It's got 240 hit points. Okay. That's a lot. So if I were to get 3 energy on my Zarude, I would be doing 180 plus 40 more. It's 220. It's not enough. Dang. Okay. That is unfortunate. So you knock out the Turtwig. No, you don't.
Kricketune is still in there.
Aha. Yes. So 70. And this goes to 70. I'll go to 70. 70. This goes to 80. This goes to 80 as well. 70.
70.
I'm tripping. Was this one 70 or 80? That one had 3 on it.
Venusaur had the poison.
That's right. Okay. 70. And this one goes to 50. And this one goes to 70.
Different kind of Craig math this week for you.
Yes, math. Oh, God. Okay. Very good. Yikes. Draw. Okay. Well, you can see how this has escalated quickly now that the Electivire is attacking. I should have thought about that, but yes, I am 1 energy shy of taking the knockout on the Electivire for 2 prizes, which would be extremely good. And I can't really afford to let it do this again. I know I've got 1 grass left in deck. But that's okay. I can find what I need. Play Super Rod. I don't think I actually want to play Super Rod yet. Because I think I want to hold it. It's like I have to Iono for 4 and just hope I hit Roserade or Field Blower. I actually don't know that I play Field Blower. I think I might have cut it because I was like, I can do infinite damage. What do I really need Field Blower for? I was like, I'll just take the 2 prizes. Which is not great. Now, if Craig does hit me for 50 to everywhere again, then I already used my Scoop Up Nets. I haven't used my Rope. So I could Rope. Interesting. I could Guzma as well. Okay. And then 50 to everything would put me, I'm at 70s here. Knock out the Kricketune, knock out the Roselia. That's a 2-prize take. Only taking 1 prize. How many cards are in your hand, Craig?
3.
3? Okay.
They're 3 good ones.
They're good ones, huh? Okay. Let's... Guzma up Zebstrika.
Okay.
And you would knock out my Zarude, too. No, you wouldn't. 50 plus 70. You're 10 short. Okay. Guzma Zebstrika. Bring up Venusaur. And... let's Voltage Beats. Two energy to the Zarude. Okay. And I'll retreat back into Zarude. And repeated whip for the knockout.
Zebstrika going down is not good for me. The cards in my hand are okay. So we will promote Tapu Koko, draw for turn. Pretty nice top deck there of Raihan, actually. But now that I have gone behind on prizes, I can bench Luxray with his Swelling Flash ability comes into play. Being behind on prizes as well makes Reversal Energy attached to Luxray a immediate power-up of the Luxray. Now I can come in and attack and take out the Zarude. However, I think I'm in an okay position to go back in with the Electivire this turn and take 3 prizes. Going down on Kricketune, Turtwig, and Roselia is kind of my goal here. So I believe that would put another 50 damage everywhere. Now I have to do Craig math. Rillaboom would go to 120. Venusaur would go to 130. All right. I will Dynamotor to Mareep and then play Raihan. The The reversal energy is nice. However, if I go into the Electivire, it will be turned off next turn. So I will Raihan 2 Luxray.
Get the Electivire and win, bro.
Yeah. Forgot that card was in there. Hold on. Wait a minute. This changes everything. Off Raihan. We'll get Electro Power.
Oh, no.
Play the Electro Power. Retreat off Tapu Koko. Promote the Electivire and High Voltage Current for 30 everywhere and 50 everywhere and 80 to the Zarude.
How did this happen?
For a 4-prize turn.
Oh, man. That was crazy, dude.
I was sweating there for a little while.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, and you know what? I didn't crunch the numbers before the Electivire came up. I needed to put one more energy on my Zarude to be able to reach that 240 number. I just kind of assumed that I'd be able to get there, but I was just one energy shy, and I got punished for it 100%. That was craziness for sure. Really powerful. You can see how good of a card Electivire is.
Yeah, I love it. It's been my favorite way to play Lightning over the last year or so. It's definitely a slow and methodical sort of gameplay, which playing Tanky Grass, Spread Electric, Lightning, it seems to kind of gel with my sort of play style. I was definitely worried there for a little while. I thought if you played that Super Rod, and did you have a draw supporter in hand at that point?
I could have Iono. What did you need me to do?
If you Rillaboom attached to the Zarude and found another energy, that would have been 260, I think.
No, 3. It was. I would have been at 5. 5 times 2. I was short. Right, text 10. 10 times 2. Oh, would I have been?
I think so.
I just did the math wrong, bro.
Craig math.
I just did the math wrong. I was like, I felt like because I was at 1-2, and then if I accelerate 3, so 5 energy on it, it's actually 10 energy on it. Dude, I would have been at 260.
Yeah. And then I don't believe I would have been able to. I did have the reversal energy in hand, but I would have had to dig or start attaching energy to Tapu Koko.
I felt like I was short. I would have had to Iono for the energy.
Yes.
But I could have hit it. So, yeah, I should have gone for that. So, that was because I had the Rod, and I just needed Rod and then Iono for 4, and then hope I hit the grass. And then, obviously, I don't use the acceleration until after. Right. But that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, it was sick to see the Electivire do the Electivire stuff.
I do think the Guzming of the Zebra was
it's
still
fine,
a very solid play.
But taking 2 prizes would have been pretty nice. Yeah. All right, let's run this one more time.
All right.
I will go second.
All right. I believe that's fair.
Do you have a basic?
I do.
I do not.
All right. These set up that these mulligans. This mulligan, you've only taken one.
Yeah,
so
I know. Right.
Probably going to be pretty important because the rest of this hand is not great. All right.
Okay. Good luck.
Good luck. Draw for turn. Yeah, this hand is not great. Got some energy, but then most of my recovery cards, well, Rescue Stretcher, Raihan, and Hex, not really doing me a whole lot here. So, Nest Ball, search for a basic. Let's see what's prized. Got Zebra, Dynamo, Toxtricity. Those are in the deck. Luxray, not important right now. Okay, the Eels here. Flaffy, Electabuzz, Blitzel, and Zapdos. So, believe we have the Electabuzz prized, which is, oh no, here he is. Okay. Mareep is prized, but that's okay. We've got the Eel, so with the Nest Ball, bench Blitzel. Try and start hoping for an out to the Zebstrika. Start digging a little bit here. Attach energy to Regieleki and pass to you.
Draw. I've got real bummer of an opening hand with nothing useful in it. However, I've got a brave little taunt in the active spot, and if it doesn't get knocked out this next turn, then I will be 3 Pokemon richer. Bug Hunch.
All right.
Oh, let's see what I've got going on in my deck. Let's see. The next card was a draw supporter. Of course it is.
Always is.
Yeah, it always is. We're just going to Bug Hunch over and over again. So I'm thinking we want Bulbasaur, we want Turtwig, if it's in there, Grookey. Looks like Thwackey, Ivysaur. Where's Groddle? There's Groddle. There's Venusaur. Okay, but we don't have Little Man. Turtwig. Looks like Turtwig's taking the day off. It's fine. We can go get him. We'll call him in. The Hisuian Heavy Ball later. Okay, I'll get Roselia, Grookey, and Bulbasaur off of the Bug Hunch.
All right. I will draw. All right. Don't have a whole lot else going on here other than attach energy of my own to Regieleki.
You got Electrify, you're 10 damage short.
I know. I needed to top deck 2 guards there. The Muscle Band and the Electrify.
It's so close. No. Kricketot has 60 hit points. He's just barely hanging on.
Yeah, and I don't think using the Electropower here is worth it with that in mind. You didn't play any draw supporters, so I'm not so worried about this hand getting disrupted, though I would welcome it. So I just Static Shock for 20.
Okay. Draw. Ooh. I lived. Roselia, Grookey, Bulbasaur, and then I've got all of these guys. I can Bug Hunch for 3 more grass Pokemon, which is pretty nuts. It's honestly what I ought to do. Yeah, and then we got the heat. Okay. Oh, but what if you like swing Terra Spark? That'd be sketch. I guess it doesn't really matter. But it's not like I'm not like loving that.
That'd be a lot of commitment onto the Kricketot knockout.
Grass Energy to Grookey. And Bug Hunch. Let's get Rillaboom, Roserade, and Ivysaur seems fine. Yeah. We'll get Rillaboom, Roserade, and Ivysaur.
Okay. Draw.
Let me check one more thing. One more thing before you go. One more thing. Okay, thank God. All right.
All right. Draw for turn. Also, not a helpful card. Silent Lab off the top doesn't prevent any of your abilities. You don't have the Shining Genesect, so not even a very useful card. However, the options here become playing Hex.
Boo.
Yes. Grabbing the Rillaboom makes me a little concerned that there might be a rare candy over there. Here I will Electro Power, stop you bug hunching, and Static Shock for 50 to take the knockout, and a very good prize card.
Okay. Krikatako's down, but it was brave, and we're very proud of him. And you have totally stopped all of my abilities this turn, which is not cool, because this was the turn I was really about to pop off and do them.
I needed one more turn.
Yes, I see. That's fine. That's fine, that's fine. Okay. Let's promote... Not cool. Not cool. That's fine. Really not trying to have any of my guys take 120 damage. But that's okay. Promote Roselia and draw. There we go. That helps. Bench Zarude, evolve Bulbasaur into Ivysaur. Play Teammates. And let's see. And off of Teammates, I'll get Thwackey and Hisuian Heavy Ball. Evolve Grookey into Thwackey. Play Hisuian Heavy Ball to go get that Slacker Turtwig. Scoop up net, Roselia, and switch Roselia with Zarude. Ordinary Rod to shuffle Kricketot and Grass Energy back into my deck. Put Beach into play, and I'll use Tropical Beach to draw 3 cards. That's your go.
Right. Draw for turn. Reversal Energy off the top helps me get a little bit more. Reversal Energy does not give Regieleki anything more than a single colorless energy. So at least I can get the Terra Spark off here, so that would be really good. Kind of wouldn't mind using Tropical Beach, though, based on the way the rest of my hand has been going. However, putting 120 damage out would be very good. Let's see. Knowing that you still have Rillaboom in hand, I can assume there's going to be an out towards the Venusaur. Do 140. Next turn to Regieleki. So that feels not good. I still believe, though, that my best course of action is to attach Reversal Energy for a single colorless to Terra Spark with Regieleki. Yeah. So I will Terra Spark for 120 to Zarude, and then 40 on to... Now I have to do Craig math again. We'll put 40 on Roselia, and 40 on the Ivysaur.
Okay. And you discard both those lightning?
Yes, and both lightning go to the discard.
I'll draw, and now it's party time. No beach for you. Yep. Turffield Stadium. Evolve. I don't want to do that quite yet. evolve Thwackey into Rillaboom. Use Turfield to get Grotle, and use Grotle's Sun-Drenched Shell to get Venusaur. And now the gang's all here. Nest Ball. Don't really want to commit energy to some dude who's got 120 on him, you know. Nest Ball for Shining Genesect. And then let's use Voltage Beats. Accelerate 2 energy to Shining Genesect. And then Guzma Blitzel.
That's unfortunate.
And Gaia Blaster for 130 damage.
Blitzel goes down. Promote the Regieleki and draw. This is actually not a terrible spot to be in, surprisingly, based on how well my hand has been working for me so far. Rescue Stretcher to get Blitzel back, and rebench Blitzel. Play Raihan to accelerate one of these energy back to the Regieleki.
Ain't no way Terra Sparking again. This is crazy. Thought I was good for a turn.
Gonna have to be careful here because I could get the Muscle Band to take the double knockout.
You're already taking 2.
Triple knockout.
Yeah.
That would leave you with a lot of big guys left, though.
Oh, yeah.
It's not exactly the card I'm looking to get off of this Raihan. Probably need something
you
like...
got the lightning in your hand?
I do have the lightning in my hand. Probably need something like the Stormy Mountains to start setting up somebody else. But there's nothing else after this next turn, so it might just be Professor's Research. Or an out to the Zebra. Let's get... I think... take 2 prizes here, so it's at least 2 over there. So maybe it's just an out to Zebstrika. Yeah. I think I'll just get Professor's Research off the Raihan for next turn. Play Silent Lab to remove that ability of Turffield Stadium. Still with Grotle, you can get it back, but don't need you getting 2 every turn. Attach Lightning Energy to Regieleki and Terra Spark for 120 to Shiny Genesect and 40 to Roselia and Zarude for a double knockout.
Sheesh. Okay. Wow. Okay, single Regieleki really doing a lot of work.
And then discard the 2 lightning again.
Oh, that's okay. The board state is very sparse. I'll draw. And let's party. Super Rod. Recover Roselia, Zarude. Both of those guys. And then let's Arven. And with Arven, I'll get Floatstone and Level Ball. Use Level Ball. To get Roselia. Use Voltage Beat to accelerate 2 grass onto Grotle, and then Sun-Drenched Shell to get Torterra and evolve Grotle into Torterra. Hisuian Heavy Ball, and there's nothing good there. Okay. And this is all totally good. Grass Energy to Rillaboom, and Gaia Blaster for 130 damage in the knockouts.
Regieleki goes down, Blitzel comes up, and draw. Okay, well, I did get Cynthia and a Lightning Energy off of those 2 prize cards. Now, really need to start getting somebody else out here to start taking some knockouts. Blitzel can do 10 to take out this Genesect here, but then I think I just lose. So we're going to have to start digging a little bit. It's not ideal, but I think realistically we need to just attach energy to Blitzel and say we're going to have to recover the Electivire later. So Quick Ball away Electivire. Get somebody else out here. Preferably somebody who can, you know, pack a little bit of punch. Since you've got some big guys left over there.
I do.
And unfortunately, this list does not play a lot of guys that pack a big punch. So, it might just be a Tapu Koko. And bench Tapu Koko. Play Escape Rope.
Boo. It's fine. We gotta send up. I ain't even scared, bro. You attached to the Blitzel.
That's fair. So Tapu Koko goes up, and then we just Professor's Research.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Okay, 7 new cards. Kind of like that. Very nice. Let's see what we've got over here. We've got 3 energy down. No Dynamotor available. Stretcher is also down. Play Level Ball. Start seeing what else we can get out here. Probably need to start getting the some Dynamotor set up here. So we'll get Tynamo off Level Ball. Bench Tynamo. Bench the Elekid. Not really. You're taking knockouts on pretty much anything at this point.
Yeah.
So Elekid can get up in there. Play Super Rod. Shuffle back in Regieleki, Electivire, and Energy. Definitely not an ideal board state this far into the game. However, I am still ahead on prizes, so I can afford to take a little bit of time here. We will retreat and promote the Elekid and Crackling Shot to Shiny Genesect to take the knockout.
Okay, Craig down to 2 prizes. How? 2 prizes left. And still almost no board state, but that's okay. I'll draw. And we found a very good card off the top. I was going to use Roserade's Le Parfum to go search out N or Iono, and I just found it off the top. Isn't that nice? Attach Technical Machine Evolution to Torterra just to get it out of my deck. And I think then we just save the Roserade. Attach Floatstone to Venusaur and Iono.
Definitely a bummer. I had teammates ready to go.
Yeah.
Really banking on the Elekid going down.
And I'll draw 4. You get 2. Cool. Now, is it worth it to bring any of these other guys back? Big basics are always good. Rillaboom is very large. I've got the Zarude. Silent Lab stopping Shining Genesect from doing anything. That's fine. I think I'll just hold. And Evo Press for 150 damage.
Elekid goes down. We'll promote Tapu Koko and draw. That Iono was kind of bad for me. Really not a whole lot going on here. I got Speed Lightning Energy at least to draw a couple more cards, see if we can do anything with this. So attach Speed Lightning to Tapu Koko to draw 2 cards. 2. The Zapdos off that is pretty nice. I don't really have a way to power him up at this point, so not great. But I might actually go dig for the TM Evolution this turn. Try and get something else going here. Bench Zapdos. Play Guzmahala, discarding the Lightning Energy and Floatstone. We've got Stormy Mountains in the deck. We've got TM Evolution. With the Reversal Energy and the Speed Lightning Energy already in play, those are my 2 special energy, so the options are going to just be Stormy Mountains and Technical Machine Evolution. So I will bump Silent Lab for Stormy Mountains, use Stormy Mountains to start getting somebody else set up here. Probably needs to be the Electabuzz or the Regieleki. Those are the guys who can hit the most. But I think it might have to just be the Regieleki again. And I will attach Technical Machine Evolution and use Evolution. Search for Blitzel and Tynamo.
Blitzel Senior.
Sure. Yes. Zebstrika and targeting Blitzel and Tynamo.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Searching for the electric and Zebstrika.
All right. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. We really bounced back there. Only 2 prizes left. A little bit intimidating. 0 card hand, but Zebstrika will draw more cards. Draw.
Hopefully he lives.
Oh, yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Unfortunately, I think that he will. Okay. But I do love thinning that bench down, so that'll be nice. Bench Zarude and use Voltage Beat to accelerate 2 grass energy to Zarude. I guess I could just go for a fat Colress. That's probably fine. Probably better even.
Eight's a high number.
Go for a really large Colress and then try to disrupt your hand one more time before the game's over. Yeah. That seems okay. Quick ball away, Kricketot. At this point, Kricketot seems like more of a liability than help. And then let's Colress for a draw of 8. Shuffle draw 8. And off of this, I just want to find some good cards to be able to stop Craig from marching to a victory. And Versus Seeker, that would all be very good. 8. Okay. And then don't want to give Craigtown Store, so I'm not going to do that. Play Timer Ball. And we got double heads. Broken card.
Works every time.
There we go. Just like that. And with Timer Ball, I'm grabbing Roserade and Kricketune.
Deck's getting kind of thin over there.
It is. I know. I'm cooking. And I don't think that I want to use Roserade just yet. So we'll kind of just hold it here. And you know what? I'll hammer in for 160.
Kind of rude. Promote the Zebra. Zebstrika goes up. Draw for turn. Ampharos is not doing anything for me here. So we're going to, easy choice. Sprint. Draw 4 new cards. Not bad cards. Let's see. Torterra's kind of a problem. He's big. He's scary. And nothing I really can do anything about. So I think we just Stormy, check the deck. Start getting somebody else set up. Surprisingly, Toxel is still down. So we will get Mareep off Stormy Mountains. Don't really think I'm getting the Electivire powered up, although it's not impossible. So we'll bench Electabuzz and N.
Ooh, yeah. Here we go.
Without a lot of onboard draw support for you, this is not a bad N.
Grass never has a lot of onboard draw. Unless you're Hunter with his Sawsbuck.
Sawsbuck's pretty nice.
Yeah, Sawsbuck. I love the freaking Beautifly. I just, I want to...
Fill your hand to 6?
Yeah. I just want a grass deck to place that.
It is tough to get set up. We each get 2?
Yep.
Okay. Those are fine cards, but not for right now, so go ahead. Let's see. Dynamotor off the electric to Zapdos. Hard Retreat the energy away off of Zebstrika and promote Zapdos to use Thunderous Assault for 80.
Cool. Draw. Saw looks reasonable enough. I'll Evo Press for 150 damage.
Yeah, that's fair. I believe we need to... We need a lot right here off the top. So we go Zebra and draw. Ball Guy is not it. Evolve Mareep into Flaffy. Play Evolution Incense. Well, I believe this is very bad for me. I can get a little bit going here, but I'm going to need a lot off this sprint. Luxray can take the knockout if I get an energy off the sprint, but he will be taken down in return since he does 20 damage to himself with Wild Charge. So I'm going to need to get the Electivire. Well, either way, I need to hit the Luxurious Cape off this sprint and an energy. So that's actually not too many cards.
Especially if you find a Teammates or something.
True. Teammates is still in the deck, so I think we just played a little safe here. Let's see, you've got 2 energy on the Zarude, so if you add 2 more, you've got 6 on board. 1, 2, 3. I'm doing 150 with Torterra right now. I don't believe it matters either way, but let's go Luxray, just to make sure that I can take big damage. If I can hit the Luxurious Cape, then might be able to survive here. Bench Luxray with the Swelling Flash ability because I am behind on prizes, and Sprint. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That is not it yet. However, Arven will get me the Luxurious Cape, but I need a way to retreat Zebstrika as well, and Floatstone is down, and I need the energy attached. So I believe
you play a switch.
Rope is down. I believe that is going to be game. Well, still Arven. For Cape. And VS Seeker. Gonna have to do a little bit of hoping and praying here for the Luxurious Cape on the Zebstrika. And we will Dynamotor to the Luxray once, while Flaffy, Dynamotor off the Electric, and pass it over to you.
Draw. I've got Rope and Grass.
There you go.
GG's. All right. So we got to see both decks kind of do their thing and set up the way that they want to in each of those games. I feel like those games were pretty good representations. You had definitely a slow start that game, but also got to kind of show off how even with a slow, janky start, the decks still have some grit and some comeback potential. And you weren't totally out of that game, despite the fact that you just started with a Blitzel and a Regieleki.
Regieleki was doing a lot of heavy lifting there in that game. Being able to use the Evo TM mid-game is something that I found is surprisingly helpful to pull back pretty poor board states like that as well. You were very far ahead at that point, even though I was ahead on prizes. Board state-wise, I was, I think, on edge the entire time. So it was good.
Yeah, the Electivire is insane. I mean, you get that thing out. I think, like, my takeaway from those games, you get that Electivire out. If the Electivire doesn't get responded to, it could just be lights out, especially if you've been poking and kind of, messing with the board earlier with things like Tapu Koko or Regieleki. Now, I am excited to get into a different matchup. I think that Water versus Psychic could be fun.
Okay.
I think I can beat your Psychic deck with my Water deck.
Well, it's a lot of high praise you got there for your Water deck.
That's what I'm saying. I think I could do it.
Psychic's so strong, especially with Wobbuffet.
It's no problem. However, we're going to take a quick break before we get into that one. So hang tight. We'll be right back after this. Make sure to check out FullGripGames.com for all the best Pokemon trading card game singles and to support the channel. Also, make sure to check out DragonShield.com for all the best Pokemon TCG accessories. We'll be right back after this. We're back and ready to game. Thank you so much for bearing with us during that quick break. We've got a new matchup coming right at you. Water versus Psychic. And I told Craig I think that my Water deck can beat his Psychic deck. Despite the fact that, you know, some may say that that's not a great matchup.
Hey, with Rhyme in there, if Wobbuffet's up there, you can push around him.
Exactly. Guzma, Rhyme. I got a lot of faith in my Water boys. I love the Water deck. It's one of my favorite decks. And, you know, part of Gym Leader Challenge is believing in your Pokemon, which I feel like I really bring to the table.
Yes. You have Kyogre in there, of course, and I do not have Mew from Unbroken Bonds. So
no Mew from Unbroken Bond? This guy!
I decided to go for the Celebrations Mew, try and start digging a little bit to get set up early. Thought I'd try something different, you know?
People at our league, and it's not just you, people at our league, myself included, love to cut bench barrier.
Oh, yeah.
They're what do I need bench barrier for? Like water decks, almost none of them play Manaphy. Mine's not playing Manaphy.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, what am I going to use Manaphy for?
It's just a terrible start. It clogs up your bench. Like, come on, you don't need it.
You don't need it.
No.
Just, I don't know, just win, you know?
So true.
Yeah, just win. Just win. So, excited to see how this matchup goes. I've tweaked my water list a little bit, but it still has a lot of the same major players in it. I do think that you know, the attackers in water, they can you can kind of pick and choose who you like. I right now am still running Lapras. I think I like Lapras a lot, and I know there's the new Veluza, but I like Lapras because Lapras has a lot of one energy options, which is not something that many Pokemon in the water deck have. And I can't tell you how many games I have salvaged because of a Confuse Ray, right? Like you're on the ropes, you don't have much going on. Confuse Ray, Hydro Pump turn 2 for 70 if you started is just like really good if you're just manually attaching to it. So I feel like Lapras is just very useful in that regard. So I do really like Lapras's flexibility. And thank you to James for that huge raid. 131 viewers. Welcome everybody from James Cox Twitch channel, and huge thank you to James for the consistent raids lately. I really appreciate that. Hopefully you're doing well, enjoying the holiday season. Welcome everybody from James CTCG. Make sure to check out his channel if you have not already. And we're going to be playing some Gym Leader Challenge today. We've got a new matchup. We're starting my water deck versus Craig's Psychic deck. Now, Craig, you are playing the new Xatu over there, right?
Yes. Yes. Some onboard draw engine and energy acceleration. You think it'd be great.
But the verdict's still out. We'll see.
Yes.
I mean, it's good. It's good, but it's like, it's kind of, I feel like Revavroom's good, but like Revavroom, you have to have an energy in order to draw, right? And sometimes you get like sent to a low hand size and it's like you don't quite have the energy, or maybe like you have the energy, but you don't have the attacker you want to accelerate onto. Yeah. So it's like kind of a weird, I guess I'll put this energy here to see 2 cards kind of situation. It's not as good as Refinement. It's just not, right? So it's, but it is good. It is still good, definitely. It's very good, and there's a lot of types would kill to have that.
Fighting. Gosh, could you imagine?
Fighting would love it. So that's fine. That's fine. I know Ben Morse loves Basculegion. I think Basculegion is no good. I'm not Basculegion pilled personally.
I was trying it for a little while. The Revenge is very nice. I think, especially because more often than not, you're going to get Basculin bossed around, right? You know, it's
I don't play Basculin, bro.
I know you don't. Oof, didn't mean to
I don't play Basculin. I don't play Basculin. I play Vulpix. I feel like it's one or the other. Both seems clunky. You got free attacker. Vulpix can do it all. You can get everybody. Basculin only gets basics.
Yeah, I am coming around on the Alolan Vulpix. Just the amount of anything you can grab, a free Bug Hunch just for 2. It's very nice.
And it gets you the Drizzile. I mean, so many times it's like, I just need to go get Drizzile, and then everything's good. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
Craig, would you like heads or tails?
Tails.
It is tails.
Never fails. I will go second.
Okay.
Do you have a basic?
I do.
I do not.
Okay. Put my 1 mulligan up.
Okay.
You're good?
1, 2. All right, I do have a basic this time.
Take my mulligan.
All right.
Good luck.
You as well.
Draw for turn. Okay. Got a reasonable enough opening hand with Nest Ball, Hisuian Heavy Ball, Baxcalibur, and Escape Rope. This is going to be Alolan Vulpix territory to help me set up, as I don't have another supporter going on, but we do got the big fish, so that's nice. I can start putting some energy on that. First up, we want to see what's in the prize cards, and we've got no targets, so not too bad, but my Guzma is prized, and my Hexmaniac is prized, and Colress, NN, and Dive Ball. Okay, all right.
Not
Some
bad.
cards that I wish were in my hand, but that's okay. Could be worse. Certainly. Nest Ball. And I know what's in my prizes, so I'm thinking that Nest Ball pretty much just has to go for Alolan Vulpix so that I can start getting things moving this next turn, which is okay. Nest Ball for Alolan Vulpix. And for all I know, Craig could let loose me or Marnie me or Iona me or whatever. So bench Wishy-Washy and attach water energy to it, and I'll pass to you.
All right. Draw for turn. Okay, so this opening hand is not great, but we got some things we can do here. It's not terrible. Got a level ball that I can start searching for. I could search out the Natu if it's in the deck.
Let loose.
There's no let loose in here.
You're not playing let loose?
It was a concession. It was 61. Look, we're trying some things, okay? We're trying some things. We can level ball.
Card is so broken.
Yeah. You're right. Let's see. We got Kirlia and Wobbuffet. Malamar. Ralts is in the deck. Here's Mew. Mewtwo. Xatu is in the deck, but with no basic energy in hand, there's no real reason to search him out yet. Glade, yeah, Latios, and the Technical Machine Evolution. All right. So I will get off Level Ball. We're going to get Mew. Mysterious Tail. Seems like a pretty good card to start setting up a little bit, to dig in, see what we can find. Bench Mew. Attach U-turn board to the Mimikyu. And retreat off the U-turn board into Mew. And Mysterious Tail. Check the top 6 cards. Wow, that would have been really nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Although the tag call is a good consolation prize. So we'll take tag call and play tag call. Off tag call, I am looking for the Guzma Hala and Cynthia and Caitlin. And I did not check well enough because Guzma Hala is prized.
It's looking like a Cynthia and Caitlin angle.
This is true.
Yeah.
But that's okay. Knowing you're most likely going to come in with the Alolan Vulpix next turn, I'm not as concerned. So we'll take Cynthia and Caitlin. Play Cynthia and Caitlin to discard Giratina for no target, just to draw 3. 1, 2, and 3. Not bad. Getting the Ralts there actually is very nice. And already having Dimension Valley puts me in a position to make you a little concerned about this Snom by attaching Mystery Energy to Mew, and we Psyshot for 30.
The pressure. Draw. Okay. That's not great. That's what Alolan Vulpix is here for. Play Escape Rope.
Mimikyu will come up.
I'll send up Vulpix. And then bench Staryu and Beacon. Now, this is, it's not great. But it's okay. It's just going to take me a couple of turns, but yeah, Craig's got he's Psyshot. That's fine. That's fine.
Hating on the Psyshot, bro.
I'm hating on the Psyshot for sure. Beacon allows you to search your deck for any 2 Pokemon you want to put them into your hand, which is just very good. And I've got Wailord and Baxcalibur in my hand. I think I just want... And these Pokemon I won't be able to bench until next turn. We'd probably say that, the Vulpix just not going down. Probably not.
I think that's fair based on board state.
So, with Beacon, I'll get Sobble and Remoraid.
Okay. Go ahead. Let's draw for turn. Psychic Energy off the top puts me in a position to Copycat. Can Beacon myself. Probably don't need to do that, though. Evolution Incense. I'm going to search out the Kirlia. Evolution Incense, get Kirlia. Evolve Ralts into Kirlia. The rest of this hand's not doing a whole lot for me here, but kind of want to keep it around. So we're going to activate Giratina's Distortion Door ability to place him on the bench and put a damage counter on Snom and Wishy-Washy.
Okay. Uh-oh. My Wishy-Washy.
Yes.
Yeah.
From here... I think we'll go ahead. Let's attach. Yeah, we don't need Xatu. Refinement away. Basic Psychic Energy to draw 2. Now, those are really good cards to find off of that refinement. Attach Capture Energy to Giratina. Let's search out. We'll get Inkay off of Capture Energy.
Who is he?
It's new Lost Origin.
Mm.
More so the one I own.
The one I own, yes.
For a while, it was the Rapid Strike guy.
I like him better.
Marnie.
Okay, new hand.
Two. With the Marnie, I found some good cards next turn. Let's Fog Crystal. Try and get the rest of this bench set up here. get Natu off Fog Crystal. Get a full bench set up. I think it's okay. I don't really need to. I could Beacon here with the Copycat. However, I have already attached, so let's retreat, Mimikyu, and Mysterious Tail. Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Good old wiffle ball there. So we'll shuffle up. And going to Psyshot for 30.
Okay, the pressure.
Next turn, you're in trouble.
Draw. Oh! Scatter.
Yes.
Back into the deck.
There goes Wishy-Washy.
Oh, God. Well, this is looking extremely precarious here. The supporter cards are proving difficult to find, which is not great. Okay, and we will draw. See, that's why this card stinks. Because if that were a Gloria, then I just, I'm playing the game, right? But now I'm just not. Yeah. And that's, that's the give and take. So. Can I... Is it that bad already? Could be. Yeah, Battle VIP Pass stinks. 100%. Let's Beacon. And I'll get Lapras and Sobble.
Okay. Draw for turn. Colress off of the top deck is kind of nice. I could draw 7 cards. Although I have a Verse Seeker in hand, and with another Beacon, wouldn't mind another Marnie. So we'll evolve Inkay into Malamar. And, yeah, Verse Seeker to get Marnie back. Play Marnie.
Okay.
I don't really want to give you a new hand, but putting all those to the bottom of the deck doesn't feel bad.
It's comically bad.
Let's see. I don't really need this card, so we'll Refinement, away Techno Machine Evolution, and draw 2. Those are okay. Mysterious Tail. 1, 4. Man, you'd think I'd play item cards or something in this deck. Whiff again, but that's okay.
I can't believe this Mew is about to knock out my Vulpix.
Hey, you were hating on the Psyshot. Now it's getting in there. We will Psychic Recharge with Malamar onto Giratina. And Psyshot for the knockout.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Craig takes a prize. Excuse me. Craig takes a prize. I'll promote Staryu with free retreat and draw. And you know what? I'm just gonna, yeah, it's just, I don't know, man.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. I feel like I've had a lot of just luck like that lately.
Yeah, and you know what? It's true. If the Vulpix was a Basculin there, then I've got no worries. And if the Battle VIP Pass was a Gloria, then I get to play there too. So, maybe I need to work this one through a little bit more, but that's okay though. That's okay. Sometimes it's just tough out there.
I was really worried when I said, "Oh yeah, tag call, great, easy."
Yeah.
Oh, did not see Guzma Hollow when I went through this the first time, but never punished.
Yes, for sure. Now, all right, maybe I need to cook my water deck a little bit. Maybe I need to replace Alolan Vulpix with Basculin. Maybe. I'm just saying maybe.
It's an option.
Maybe. Okay, maybe. But what deck is truly broken is my Psychic deck, so I want to play that.
Uh-oh. I'm in danger.
Do you want to play a Psychic Mirror? We can do a Psychic Mirror. What do you guys want to see? Psychic Mirror. I have Tinkaton Psychic. Craig has Xatu Psychic. Yeah, let's do Psychic Mirror. Yeah.
Okay.
Psychic Mirror. Two different Psychic decks. With two different approaches. So you've got some things in there that I don't have. I've got some things in mine that you don't have. I'm trying out a couple new things in here. I'm trying VIP Pass today. That's the name of the game. Today, I'm trying VIP Pass. And you know what? I'm hating it.
Yeah. I feel like lately with all the, push for the badges, a lot of deck building in League's gotten kind of greedy. And a lot of that, especially with the new Technical Machine Evolution and Arven for VIP Pass, TM Evolution.
Right.
It's such a good combo, but man, can you go hot or cold with it, right?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like the turn 2 Gloria, the turn 2 Bridget really bails you out of a lot of games, right? Like, there's a lot, like maybe you don't have anything, then you get Marnie, then all of a sudden you have Gloria, and you're like, okay, here we go.
Right.
And then you're like in the game, right? So, I don't think that, I don't know. Because even if you go first, so say you open Arven, but you're going first, right? Arven's one of your outs to Battle VIP Pass. You go first. Then you can't play the Battle VIP Pass the next turn. Whereas, like, if you open Gloria and you go first, you're like, okay, pass. And then turn 2, you're playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think a few decks, I think Battle VIP Pass makes sense. But I'm trying it in pretty much everything now, just to see.
Yeah.
And I think that I am just preferring... I'm preferring Gloria and Bridget in like a few decks, and Battle VIP depends on, Battle VIP is better in some.
Yeah. I find the decks that I really like to have it in are like Lightning with Volkner, Fighting with Karina, or Water with Irida, right? A second out to it is very nice, or something. Even in here with Kirlia, you can trade it away, Refinement away. Very nice. Otherwise, it might just be better to have those long-term consistency outs.
Well, this should be interesting because, neither of our decks get stopped by Wobbuffet.
It's true.
Which is funny. And we have different kinds of modes of energy accelerators in the deck. I'm not playing Tina. You're playing Tina.
I had Screamtail for a little while.
Screamtail?
Yeah, because you can Tina ping the Screamtail.
You can't Tina ping your own Screamtail.
No, sorry. You attack with
Giratina,
got it. Put 40 on.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah,
that's
so you
funny.
can do that.
Okay.
I don't think in my build it works very well. I know JD has the Revolving Door Psychic with the expectation to constantly recycle the Giratina.
Right.
At that point, I think the Screamtail is really cool. But I needed a little bit more early game pressure, something that hit a little bit that wasn't going to discard all the energy like Latios or something like that.
You know what? I'm not a quitter, bro. One more.
One more?
I ain't no quitter, dog. Yeah. I ain't no quitter, bro. I ain't no quitter. We'll do a... I swear this water deck's going to work, bro. I swear.
It was just bad variance. That was bad variance.
That was bad variance, bro.
For
that
sure.
was bad variance. That was bad variance. Yeah, bro. You're about to get absolutely destroyed here. I was drawing so many fire hands with this literally 10 minutes before I came in. Yeah, dude. Okay, here we go. But these bets, re-roll them. All right, here we go.
All right. First or second?
We're going to roll for it.
Oh, that one doesn't count?
No, bad variance. We're going to have a good game here.
Yo. All right. Oop.
Heads or tails?
Tails.
It is tails again.
I will go second.
Okay. All right, good luck.
You as well.
Draw. Got a reasonable opening hand with an Ultra Ball, Dive Ball, Drizzile, Scoop Up Net, and Chaotic Smell. With Rhyme here to help me draw next turn. Let's play... Dive Ball. And take a look at what we have in the deck. Got Snom and Frostmoth, a Sobble and Drizziles in my hand. And then Remoraid, Whalmer and Wailord, Snom, Frostmoth. What about Baxcalibur? Arctibax, Octillery, Baxcalibur, and I think I saw Frigibax too. Yes, okay. Whalmer and Wailord. No? Yes, Whalmer and Wailord both in there. Cool. All right, seems like the gang's all here. And I've got Drizzile in my hand, so just going to Dive Ball for Sobble. And then bench it. And then I think I'm kind of just chilling. I don't need to play this Ultra Ball, be greedy. Good.
Okay. Draw. Artisan off the top's really nice there. I find myself starting most of my recovery cards very often lately. So, yet again, here they are. Ordinary Rod, Rescue Search, Reverse Seeker. Wonderful cards. However, Cynthia and Iono are very good cards to have here. Now, knowing that you grabbed Sobble off the Dive Ball to start makes me feel like, I know you said it, but I feel like there's a very high likelihood in water that you've got an out to Drizzile. So, I'm going to start with Artisan. See what we got in the deck. Guzma Hollow is here. Mew, Mimikyu, currently a Glade, Inkay, Wobbuffet, Necrozma, Latios, Mewtwo, Ralts, Natu, Xatu. Okay. So, Giratina's kind of stuck. So, it's not really imperative for me to start setting up to grab the Mew here. I think, where'd Kirlia go? Kirlia is there. So I think I just get Ralts off the Artisan. Bench Ralts. And play Fog Crystal. Try and get someone else here set up. Or I could just get a Psychic Energy to start trying to power up this Giratina, since he's kind of stuck. So I think I'll do that. I'll get a Psychic off the Fog Crystal. Attach Psychic Energy to Giratina and Iono.
All right. Better Iono than Marnie here.
Draw 6. 5. 6.
You know what this card would be sick as? Freaking Gloria. All right.
Yeah, you might be right on that.
I know. All right. Anyways.
All right. There's not a whole lot else that I'm going to do with this hand here. So pass it back.
Drop. Okay. Immediately wishing that this card was not in my deck, but that's okay. Yes, we are going to rip those all to shreds as soon as I get home. But thankfully, Craig was nice enough to give me an Artisan. Play Hisuian Heavy Ball first. Ah, there's my friend, Alolan Vulpix. And let's go bench Remoraid. Bench Alolan Vulpix. Artisan. And that's exactly the situation I'm talking about, right? Like, I mean, literally, I called out that situation before we started the game. I'm like, you go first. You, like, can't play the cards to help you find VIP pass. But then, like, your opponent, Marnie's you or something, and all of a sudden you're looking at a VIP pass, and you're like, I can't do anything with this, man. Yeah. It's frustrating. But that is that's the wager you play if you're playing that card. So it just is what it is.
Even if it's just an extra, quick ball, nest ball, depending on how many balls you play, I found I like having just that extra ball card instead for later on.
Okay. I think here. I'll Artisan for Snub, which goes to my bench. Then play Evolution Incense for Drizzile and use Shady Dealings. And off of Shady Dealings, I'll get Floatstone. And attach it to my Wishy-Washy. And retreat into Alolan Vulpix. And then I'll use Beacon to go search my deck for 2 Pokemon. With Beacon, I'll get Frostmoth and Inteleon. Put those in my hand.
Draw for turn. Okay.
Hold up, just don't tell him.
Yep.
All right.
Let's see. So, not a whole lot else going on over here. Andrew's board state looks pretty concerning with the Frostmoth and Inteleon in hand. Really going to need a little bit more, so let's start with Artisan. Try to get a little bit more setup going on here. Got the Natu in the deck. Can get that out. Xatu in hand next turn might be pretty nice. But I also have D-Valley in hand. I don't really love playing it here to take a knockout on Vulpix. What else do we have over here? Might need to just get the Natu and start aggressing a little bit. Play Cynthia and Caitlyn. Discard a Psychic Energy to get back Iono and draw 3. Attach Psychic Energy to Giratina. Attach U-turn board to Natu. And I'll go for it. We'll bench I'll play Dimension Valley and Shadow Impact to take a knockout and put 4 on Ralts.
Okay, Alolan Vulpix goes down. And now it is time to party. So let's get this moving.
No, I couldn't put it in.
Promote Drizzile and draw. Let's evolve Snom into Frostmoth, which I got with my Alolan Vulpix. Then I will evolve Drizzile into Inteleon and use Shady Dealings, all because of Alolan Vulpix.
It's a pretty good card.
And Shady Dealings allows me to search my deck for 2 trainer cards and put them into my hand, which I will do gladly. I've got some pretty good cards in my hand. Here, I would like to get Scoop Up Net to reset the Inteleon. Also allow me to pivot, which would be very good. And then I also want to go get probably Ultra Ball to allow me to just start grinding through my deck a little bit with Octillery, which also seems quite good. So I think that's what we're going to do. I'll get Scoop Up Net and Ultra Ball off of Shady Dealings. Use Earthen Vessel to discard Battle VIP Pass. Thank God. And go get 2 Water Energy out of my deck. Use Frostmoth's Ice Dance to accelerate 3 Water Energy onto my Wishy-Washy. Play Scoop Up Net to bring Inteleon back into my hand and promote Wishy-Washy. Then bench Sobble and that's fine. Ultra Ball, discard Inteleon and Nessa. And with the Ultra Ball, I'm getting Octillery. Evolve Remoraid into Octillery, and now I'm good to start drawing more cards. Use Abyssal Hand to draw 3. Okay. That's fine. And then I'll Hydro Splash for 130 damage and take the knockouts.
Giratina goes down. promote Natu with U-turn board and draw. Mew here is pretty nice, but you're kind of set up, so I don't really think he's going to do a whole lot for me here. Start with evolving Natu into Xatu. With its clairvoyant sensibility, going to come in handy a little bit here. Use Distortion Door on Giratina to bring him back and ping 10 damage, 1 damage counter on Frostmoth and Octillery. And let's Pokegear. 4, 5, 6, 7. That's unfortunate. That was Bridge of Glory, right? I could have grabbed that and used it.
Would have been nice.
Would have been great. All right. But that's okay. I have Iono. Each get 5. Okay, Kirlia there's very helpful. But I need some energy. So let's Refinement, Tag Call, draw 2. Doesn't run out energy. Bench Mimikyu. Wobbuffet would shut your abilities off. However, I'm just going to take the knockout, so it's not really that crucial here. So I think we just retreat and filch for free thanks to Dimension Valley and draw 2.
Isn't that nice? Just drawing 2 for free. Draw. Okay. I'll play Level Ball. I really just want to set up a backup attacker, so this is a great turn to play a card like Irida. Just to go do that. So let's Level Ball for Drizzile, and then evolve it to use its Shady Dealings ability. Could do something totally devious, like, you know, go for a really aggro play and Guzma something, but that just doesn't really make a lot of sense. I would much rather just continue setting up and kind of play my own game and then worry about knocking out bench threats once I'm more established. I do think that I want to get this Dimension Valley out of here, actually. So as much as I would love to play Irida, it's probably better to just Shady Dealings for Brooklet Hill.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
And then use Brooklet Hill to go get my backup attacker. And then I can dump these energy in my hand onto that backup attacker. So I'll Brooklet Hill for Wailmer. And then use Ice Dance to dump 3 water energy straight onto Wailmer. Abyssal Hand for draw 3. Okay. I do like this hand that I have now. Attach Splash Energy to Wailmer. I think I'm okay to just wait a turn. Hydro Splash for 130. Take my prize.
Mimikyu goes down. Send up Xatu and draw for turn. Raihan there's pretty good. Can get some energy accelerated. You could attack with Giratina. But let's see. Not taking the knockout if I attack with the Giratina though. So that's not exactly.
He's huge.
I know. It's not the route I want to go here.
180 hit points for a basic. just naturally, all natural.
Would really like a second attacker, somebody like maybe Latios or Necrozma.
Oh, you got the new Latios in there?
I do.
That's pretty cool.
180 for 3.
Does 180. Yeah,
it's very nice.
That's one of the reasons I had to get rid of your D-Valley. I was like, he could do dubious things.
Yes, yes, that is fair. Didn't really want to play it there that early, but kind of needed to do something. Let's just start Professor's Litter. Let's get out some energy. So we got counter active. Got Latios in the deck. Grab one. Let's see. What else we've got in here? Muscle Band is alive, so I could get Necrozma off the Raihan. Yeah, it's kind of tough. We'll get the 2. Need a little bit more here. We'll bench Wobbuffet though, just in case. And we're gonna have to Raihan for.
Did you use Refinement yet?
I have not, so I'm trying to figure out what I want to discard off the Raihan, off the Refinement. It's either Malamar or Colress, but with as much psychic energy as I have down, I don't really want to get rid of the.
So you already have some, right?
Yeah, I think it's 2 or 3.
Yeah, it's 3. Yeah, so you probably don't want too many more.
Right. And I need to get Latios and counter energy. And I believe it's Artisan's already down, right? Yes, Artisan is down. So Guzma Hala does not get me there. So we'll trade Refinement, Guzma Hala, draw 2. Mystery Energy. I'll use Raihan to accelerate an energy to Giratina. And we'll search out. Can get the Glade here, but supporters aren't really going to help me a whole lot right here. So I think we just get Latios. Let's say it'll be alright if we just let Wobbuffet sit there for a turn. Use Clairvoyant Sense to accelerate an energy to Latios and draw 2. Okay, Rescue Stretcher and Marnie are not helpful. But a Luxurious Cape on the Wobbuffet would be pretty funny. Attach Psychic Energy to Latios. And I'm just going to have to send up Wobbuffet and give it back to you.
Okay. Feeling good about this. I've got my fat fish all powered up and moving. That's what I like to see. I'll evolve Wailmer into Wailord. Now I've got that Behemoth all good to go. And let's see. I think ability locked. Knock out the Wobbuffet's fine. Escape Rope is not, I mean, like, if I knock out the Giratina, I just kind of offer up more ping, so I'm not even necessarily thrilled about that. And if I do play an Escape Rope, that's going to be the send-up, most definitely. So I'm okay with just getting rid of the Wobbuffet. that's fine. So I do just want to set up my board to be as kind of stable as possible. How many cards in your hand, Craig?
7.
7. Okay, that's a healthy number. Let's use Brooklet Hill. And at this point, I've got like some huge fish going, so like you can't really afford to knock out my Frostmoth. But having the Baxcalibur in play would kind of just really solidify things. Brooklet Hill for Staryu. I also think I'll probably commit 1 water energy to this Drizzile just to have it there so that I can attack with Inteleon too, just to have a 3rd attacker built up, which really, really kind of stabilizes things. Water energy to Drizzile, and I'll Colress for 9.
Seems good.
Yeah, I think that's fine. And these are the board states we like to have as the water deck. Absolutely, I do have to worry about Latios coming up and doing 180 damage, but that's fine. It discards all its energy. Yeah, I get 9. And now is a good time to put Chaotic Swell into play. Since I have a fully loaded bench, I do not want Craig to play Parallel City. I don't want him to Lusamine for his Dimension Valley. None of that. So we want to keep the Chaotic Swell there. And see if we can block any stadiums from coming down. And I'll start thinning my deck of cards I don't want to see. So Quick Ball, get rid of Ball Guy. And I'll get Kyogre. Check and see what my resources remaining in deck are. I've got 2 water energy. It's one of the reasons I wanted to set up the Starmie. Just being able to cycle those back is super good. And I know that some people don't play the Starmie. I really like it. I think it's just such a high value pair, especially as the game wears on. Being able to just thin your deck by discarding cards and then get energy back from the discard pile, guaranteed as the game progresses, just very good. And then with that, I'll Hydro Splash for the knockouts. Take my prize.
All right. Well, if it goes down, Xatu comes right back up. We draw. It's not looking so great here board state-wise, right? I can take the Wishy-Washy out, but then in comes the Wailord. And then I would need to do a lot of damage to that Wailord. 200. I can hit that with Latios's Luster Purge plus a Muscle Band. However, it's going to take a lot to set that up. I think... How many cards you got in hand?
Healthy number.
Yeah, that's a lot of cards.
8.
Might be a Marnie angle here. I do have Verseeker at Raihan to start setting up some more energy. But the rest of these cards aren't really doing a whole lot for me here. Play Marnie. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. So, Refinement. This Hisuian Heavy Ball. 1 and 2. Great card. This is kind of not the hand I need here. Field Blower can get rid of the Floatstone and Chaotic Swell, but I don't think that's really going to stop a whole lot here. I think that this is a pretty bad board state.
Did you miss an energy?
I did.
So you're not doing anything.
So the Raihan probably was still the better choice.
In hindsight, Raihan would have...
Well, with so many...
I had I had Exodia in my hand. I mean, if you didn't disrupt it, you were absolutely destroyed. I think you might be destroyed anyway, but
I think so.
Yeah.
I think there's a tough spot to come back from. But we can get Inkay out. And a gust on the Kirlia, even if I evolve to Gallade, is pretty bad. I'd like to keep the trade alive for another turn, so if you gust, it goes down either way. So I think I have to just send up the Giratina and give it back to you.
Draw. And we'll Guzma the Kirlia.
Yeah, that's it.
And bring up Wailord. I guess let me reconsider. I'll retreat the Wishy-Washy, then Guzma the Kirlia, and Ice Dance, Water Energy onto Drizzile, Abyssal Hand for 2. And then Hydro Splash for the knockout.
All right. Kirlia goes down.
There's no shame in scooping either, Craig.
Well, let's see. Hold on. One more try.
No shame.
You got 2 prizes left. Yeah, we scoop it up.
Yeah. Yep. So I'm saying, dude, just got the water boys cooking, and ain't no stopping the rain dance, dog.
Rain dance is very strong.
It is. All right. Now, I'm kind of interested to see this matchup played on the flip side. You play your water deck versus my psychic deck.
We could do that.
All right. I think that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
You could see very strongly in that matchup where Xatu was there most of the game, and I had no energy.
Definitely not doing anything. Yes. It's which is why I flipped back to the Tinkaton version.
Yeah.
So I am excited to see how this goes. I'm also playing Lost City in my Psychic deck now. I think if there's any deck that can really, pinpoint down a problematic attacker and Lost Zone it, it's the Psychic deck. You already play Lusamine. You have a lot of control and draw with, Tinkaton and Kirlia, and then a lot of selection over what supporter you want with your Gallade's buddy catch. So being able to Lost Zone a key target on the turn you want to can just be a game-winning situation. So something that I'm trying again. I've tried it before and then been like, that's not really worth it. But now I'm trying it again, and we'll see. We'll see if I get to Lost Zone anything cool.
I also have Lost City in my water deck.
Ooh.
So we're going to be Lost Zoning some stuff.
Oh, man.
I don't think either of us are playing any cards to take advantage of cards in the Lost Zone.
No, definitely not. Now, for a long time, Psychic's my favorite deck. I think still might be, and it feels very versatile. It feels like it could do anything. If there's any deck that could do anything, it feels like Psychic.
Yeah. You have so many outs, so much draw power. Marshadow, Wobbuffet, you stop your opponent.
Yeah.
D-Valley.
Buddy Catch. Buddy Catch is so ridiculous. Evolving from Kirlia too, draw 2 into Buddy Catch. My goodness.
They always print strong Psychic cards.
They do. Creatures over there in Japan, they love Psychic Pokemon.
Well, and I think some of that comes from back in Gen 1.
Yeah.
They said that, Psychics were the strongest type in the games.
Oh, really?
So I think the reason Lugia is a Psychic type is because they just said, well, Psychic's really strong. We just want Lugia to be really strong.
Yeah.
That was at least,
Because he'd be looking water and normal.
Oh, yeah. You'd think he'd be some water type, but no.
You're telling me Lugia's not water type, dude?
Yeah. King of the Sea, Psychic.
Now I know, all right, I know I've got no fire deck built right now. Weeder, if you're still there, I do want to build your turbo fire deck to show off on stream sometime soon. So if you don't mind sending me your most updated list, I would love to see it so that I can build it. But my list that I have right now is not cutting it. So I would love to get some reps in with your list and give it a shot. I've been hearing lots of high praise about it, so that would be cool.
All right. Nice color coordination we got going on.
Yes, it is. Would you like heads or tails?
Gotta keep going tails.
This is crazy.
I will go second.
Okay. You sure?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Good luck.
You as well.
Wobbuffet start, about as good as it gets.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Draw. And I've got a busted starts with Let Loose Marshadow. And you know we're about to let things hang loose out here. But first, Hisuian Heavy Ball. Swing and a miss. I've got Parallel and Hex Maniac prized, which is tough because those are two of the better cards against water, but it's fine. I do have my favorite starter in the active spot, so I can't complain too much. And then I think it's going to be a Ultra Ball away, Tinkatuff, and Mewtwo. First Pokemon you want to get is Ralts, so you can start using Refinement early to draw through the deck. Then I'll Rescue Stretcher to put Mewtwo and Tinkatuff back into the deck. Bench Marshadow, and we're letting it loose.
Pretty solid start.
Well, let's go. I'm not usually a advocate of the turn one let loose. I really am a turn one let loose hater. However, if you don't have any other cards in your hand, then by all means do it, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, if your hand's dead, like it's about to be +4. I mean, I had nothing going on, so it's like I might as well, right?
Yeah.
And that, in my mind, is what it's there for. I think of it like a draw card, right? And it's like I use the draw card when I need it. It's also a very good disruption card, but I like to think of it more as like a draw card.
Yeah. Get 4.
Yep, we each get 4.
2.
Oh, baby. Quick Ball, Psychic Energy. And with the Quick Ball, I'll grab Inkay.
Such a handsome little squid.
Love this guy. Stinkay Inkay. Bench Necrozma. Pass it to you, Craig.
All right. Draw. Now I could scoop up Net and lose the game. But I think we'll be a little bit more responsible and play Brooklet Hill and search my deck for a basic Water-type Pokemon. So, digging through here, we're going to have to see what all we've got. We've got Inteleon, we've got Kyogre, Drizzle's here, Wailmer, Wailord, Frostmoth there, Veluza, Octo, Sobblebax, Fruitabax, Arctibax. So, we're missing Remoraid and Snob. It's okay. We can work with that, I think. Starting the Basculin means I'm not that concerned about Wobbuffet right now, so I will just Brooklet for Frigibax. Really not wanting to commit any of these other cards right now. So I will gather the crew, and we'll get out Sobble, and I think we'll get Veluza.
Cool.
All right.
Draw. Okay. And isn't this just the way it always goes? I let loose myself into Professor Juniper. So I'll discard my hand and draw 7 new cards. And now I have a chance to play the most broken card in GLC. Timer Ball. An item card that lets you get 2 evolutions out of your deck. Isn't that crazy?
All right, I might be winning most of the coin flips to start, but you've hit double heads twice.
Wow. Ooh. Wow-wee. Look at that.
Broken card.
Timer Ball haters are in shambles right now, in absolute shambles. No idea what to say.
I'm speechless.
I'll get Kirlia and Malamar off of Timer Ball. Evolve Ralts into Kirlia. Evolve Inkay into Malamar. And use Refinement to discard Startling Megaphone. Draw 2. That's right. I said Startling Megaphone.
That's a cool card.
Yeah, that's right, baby. It's getting to be about that time when we play 2 tool removals. Bench Tinkatink. Psychic Recharge to Necrozma. Attach Reversal Energy to Necrozma. Pass to you.
All right. Draw. Wow, Rare Candy would be great if I had an out 2 Frigibacks. But getting the Rare Candy is kind of nice. Let's start with Brooklet. Dig through here for... Let's see. You could get the Wishy Washy. Tank a little bit. Start setting up the Whale or Kyogre. But the way things are going, it might just be a Gather the Crew for the other option, so I don't mind. We'll get Kyogre. Where'd he go? There. Alright. Off Brooklet Hill, get Kyogre to the bench. Attach Splash Energy to Kyogre. Play Silent Lab to bump Brooklet Hill.
Ooh, that's cool.
And Marnie.
I was wondering to myself, like, why is he saving the Marnie? It's because you wanted to get some Pokemon down, then play the lab, just turn off Bide Barricade so that you could Shady Dealings.
Yes.
I like that. Cool.
All right. Get 5. 4 and 5. Off the Marnie, I did find the Wishy Washy, so Gather the Crew could get me Wailmer, or I just get the Wishy Washy out here. Otherwise, I have Evolution Incense, and I can start looking for the Drizzile. Let's try and start setting up a little bit more. So let's Evolution Incense. Oh, right on the bottom of the deck. So we've got the Drizzile in the deck, and might need to use that to set up something a little bit next turn. Maybe Irida back the Rare Candy, because the rest of this hand's not looking too great. get some more cards after that. Now, I would be susceptible to some hand disruption, but that's not the end of the world either. So let's just get Drizzile off of Evolution Incense, and then evolve Sobble into Drizzile, use Shady Dealings for the Irida. And then bench Wishy-Washy and pass it back on to you.
All right. Draw. Oh, I've got some options. I know you just got the Irida into your hand, but I would like to go for something a little bit more aggressive if I can find the right cards. So let's Refinement to discard N and draw 2. That's fine. Play Escape Rope.
I'm okay with that. Wishy-Washy.
And now you have Irida. There's Lab in play. That's fine. Wishy-Washy's not getting knocked out. Let's send up I should have just hold it for a turn. Let's take the escape rope back.
Sure.
Yeah. I don't want to escape rope, actually.
Seems fair.
So let's not. Instead, put Dimension Valley into play. Iono.
Sure.
Okay, we each get 6.
Okay.
Excellent. I'll play Town Map. Flip these prize cards over and find all that good stuff that I want, like Hex Maniac, Parallel City, and Scoop Up Nets. Then Fog Crystal. For Psychic Energy. And Evolution Incense. For Gallade. Okay. And suppose attach Psychic Energy to Necrozma and pass it to you.
Okay. It's a pretty good top deck off the Iono, actually. Puts me in a position to just play Rare Candy into Excalibur. And I didn't have to use Irida to get to it. Now, the rest of this hand is not doing a whole lot, and Wobbuffet's kind of stopping me here. So, let's... Could Guzma to try and get a little bit more, but then I'm doing nothing. You've already got everything powered up, so Dimension Valley's not helping. play Colress for 10.
10 cards is always good.
Yeah. And there's always the chance that I get Field Blower back if I really want to get rid of the Dimension Valley. It's not seeming like it's really all that critical here.
And you got no energy in the discard, right?
Right.
I did see you're playing Superior Energy Retrieval, so that probably means no Starmie, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And you can see kind of between Craig and I's water decks, I mean, you got two, kind of similar lists, but slight variations, right? There's Veluza and there's Superior. There's there's, Semi-Basculin,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. All right, 10. 1, 2, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Almost. We can get there. Okay. Actually, that's really good. So, off the Colress, I found Escape Rope, Floatstone, and Air Balloon, 2 Energy, and Ultra Ball. So that puts me in a spot where I can push this Wobbuffet out of the active and then search out Inteleon to get more energy. And if I can get enough energy here, I can get rid of that Necrozma on the bench. So I will start with Escape Rope. Okay. Promote. I'll still promote Veluza. And attach Air Balloon to Veluza. And with Remoraid Prize, that's still kind of unideal. All our recovery cards are still here. Now, the Dimension Valley seems kind of good to get rid of. So let's Field Blower Dimension Valley. And Ultra Ball, Whalmer, and Octillery. Oh. Yes, he did not go down. Off the Ultra Ball, we can get Inteleon. And then evolve Drizzile into Inteleon. We'll get Capacious Bucket for sure. And let's see. Honestly, seems like a pretty good spot here. So I'm going to get Lost City and Capacious Bucket.
Okay.
Play Lost City, and then play Capacious Bucket to search out 2 basic water energy.
Man, that rope find is brutal.
Yeah.
Of course. Woo! Yeah, I'm getting sauced. That's okay.
Okay. And then with Max Caliber, I will Super Cold 3 energy onto the Kyogre. And retreat Veluza into the Kyogre. Let's see, I still have 1 other energy I can accelerate into play, and if that Wobbuffet comes back up, I kind of need that. So let's Super Cold to the Kyogre to get an extra energy there. I'd leave 2. It's not really doing me a whole lot, so Super Cold to the Inteleon, and we will Dynamic Wave, sending 3 energy back to the hand, and take out Necrozma.
Woo, baby. All right. Necrozma to the Lost Zone, energy to the discard pile. Oh, boy. Okay, that's fine. Necrozma going to live over here. Poke his little head out. And that's tough. I'll draw. Alrighty then. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Could just take a knockout, which is always fine, right? Just taking a knockout's fine. Sure. Refinement. Level ball and escape rope. Okay. And then I've got... Let's see here what you got. Okay, and you got the air balloon on the Kyogre. That's or on the Veluza. That's fine. I've got Psychic Recharge, and I've got... Okay, I could Refinement, or I could Raihan, and get... Because I kind of want to Lost Zone the Kyogre. That'd be nice. We're just going to keep Lost Zoning each other's guys. Maybe. Raihan. Energy to Marshadow. And I'll search my deck for Rare Candy.
Seems good.
Not really in a spot where I want to start trading yet. So I'm not totally upset if I have to sack another turn. Rare Candy, Tinkatink into Tinkaton. And let's gather materials, discard Level Ball, and draw 3. Oh, yeah. Did we miss it? Oh, I think I did miss it. Oh, man, that would have been sick. If I could have copycat his basket. Yep, that would have been lights out. I think that would have been lights out.
That would have hurt.
Yeah. That would have been lights out for sure. Okay. Wasn't thinking about it, though. I could have, yeah. I wasn't thinking about it until I just saw it in my hand. It was like, holy smokes, I can do that. Lost Zone the Basculin. Okay. So what I'm going to do instead is Psychic Recharge an energy to Tinkaton, bench Mew, retreat into Wobbuffet, and I'll pass to you.
All right. Draw. The Wobbuffet is a problem. Not having anything else here, though. It's not the end of the world. I do have Floatstone to put on to Kyogre. Irid off the top would be really nice if I had another switch or a push. With Escape Rope being down, it's not really a whole lot I can do there, but I do have Verse Seeker. Can Colress for another 10, or Marnie even, but Colress seems probably like a good idea. How many cards you got over there?
I've got 5.
It's not really a whole lot there. Marnie would set you with one less. It's not that big of a deal, but I will attach for turn to Inteleon. Could just Irida and wait a turn. Keep all this energy in my hand for taking out the knockout on Wobbuffet would allow me to keep it pushing the next turn. The Mew kind of makes it so Kyogre can only hit the active, which is still good, but it's not great here. But if I take the knockout on the Wobbuffet, there's a high likelihood that you will take out the return knockout on Inteleon, which is probably okay at this point.
Yeah, this one's a thinker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marnie. 10 new cards. I guess the concern comes down to if you've got a Gust and you can take out Excalibur, that'd be really bad. But if I Gust you into it, that'd be even worse. I think I just Verse Seeker for the Marnie.
Okay.
Play Marnie.
All right, 4 and 5.
Okay. The energy going to the bottom of my deck's not my favorite, but at this point, probably need to keep pushing forward here. So everything else here is kind of fine to forego. Promote Retreat with Kyogre and promote Inteleon. And Aqua Bullet for the knockout.
And no bench.
Wobbuffet goes to the Lost Zone.
Yep, Wobbuffet goes to the Lost Zone. Mew's bench barrier stops the 20 damage ping. And Craig takes another prize.
Yes.
Okay, now is the time. It's fine. Just gotta find special energy. Easy. Draw. Let's Refinement. And come on, man. Gather materials. Come on, man. You're gotta be kidding me. Okay. Okay. So, what do we have going on? I missed the special energy again, which just stings, but that's fine. Which means at best, knocking out the active, which is not what I want to do. And there's nothing really better for me to Lost Zone. Mysterious Treasure, discard Clavel. Like,
oh my gosh.
Next two, I know, right? It's the next two. Of course it is,
It
bro.
always is.
Of course it is. That's fine. Okay. We'll get Gallade. Okay. Evolve Kirlia into Gallade. And to get moving here. How many cards are in your hand? A whole bunch.
6.
6, okay. That's fine. It's Buddy Catch.
Okay.
For Lusamine. Floatstone to Tinkaton. Lusamine. For Dimension Valley. And N. Dimension Valley into play. Attached to Gallade and Psychic Recharge. And then retreat into Gallade. And I'll Swirling Slice for the knockouts.
Okay.
And move an energy to Mew. Take Hex Maniac off the prizes.
Okay. Teleon goes down. I will promote Veluza and draw. Okay. So let's see. We've got 2 energy down. Whalmer and Octillery. I have yet to get Remoraid off the prizes, so not really looking like he's going to be showing up yet. I can use Hex to try and push myself a little bit further, but by limiting your abilities, I do not get the energy I would need to take any sort of meaningful attack here. Having an energy in hand, I think the play needs to just be Nessa for those 2. Whalmer and get the Octillery back. Can start setting up Snom to try and have a backup in case you are able to take down the Baxcalibur, and that's probably a good idea. So we'll play Snom, and I will Super Cold 3 energy onto the Kyogre. And I think that's about all I'm going to do here. We can leave the rest of the hand alone. Retreat off the Veluza and Dynamic Wave to the active Gallade, putting 3 energy back in my hand and taking a prize.
Cool. Okay. Crit goes to 3, so I got a mount to come back. I'll draw. There's the special energy. That's fine. No sweat. Okay. So I'm in there now. I've got things I can do. So it's comeback time. I love comeback time. It's great. Let's go gather materials to discard Colress and draw 3. Attach attach Mystery Energy to Tinkaton. Play Hex Maniac. And then I want one more card. Yep. Use Special Hammer for 180 damage. With Hex, you won't be able to use any of your abilities next turn.
Yes. Splash Energy Kyogre will go back to my hand.
Yep. And off the prizes, I'll take Nest Ball.
Okay. I will promote Veluza, then draw for turn. It's not ideal getting hexed here. However, I've got quite a large hand, and I can hex in return to try and stop you from drawing more cards. But might need to just start setting up somebody else to take out this Tinkaton. Bring Kyogre back thanks to Splash Energy, but can't really accelerate any energy here, so that's not doing a whole lot for me. But I'll play Dive Ball. Off the Dive Ball, I'm looking to get Frostmoth set up, at least to have another Energy Accelerator ready for next turn. There's not really a whole lot in here that I want teammates for outside of more energy, so it might still just be Hex. Off Dive Ball, get the Frostmoth. Evolve Snom into Frostmoth. Bench Wailmer. Attach for turn to the Wailmer. Play Hex. And we'll retreat off the Veluza into the Basculin and pass it back.
Okay. Draw. So no abilities from me either. Not cool. Let's do... I'm going to go to 3 as well. Bench Mewtwo. And play Nest Ball. That's fine. Get Mimikyu. Counter Energy to Mewtwo. And now I have some choices to make. I can Hex again, which is pretty good. Back-to-back Hex turns, kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably just do that. Yep. Versus Seeker for Hex Maniac. That's 3 hexes in a row.
Ooh, dog.
Hex Maniac. And Special Hammer for knockout. I'll take the take the Super Rod. Then it's like the Gallade doesn't really matter. I need to just... I don't think any of my Pokemon in the discard pile really matter at this point. Yeah, so take Parallel City.
Sure. Promote Veluza and draw. Yeah, back-to-back Hex is not good. Evolve Wailmer into Wailord. And let's see. I also have Super Rod available, but I could Super Rod back in the Inteleon line. 120 is not really taking knockouts here. So it's not really going to do what I want to do. Knowing you just grabbed Parallel, I don't really have the incentive to bench another guy. So I will just attach energy for turn to the Wailord. And then play teammates.
Okay.
Teammates, really looking for maybe a little bit more energy and Guzma or something here, I guess, for next turn. So I'll take Guzma and Professor's Letter. But I'm going to hold on to those in case I get my hand disrupted. Use the next turn. And I think shuffle this. Unfortunately, it's going to have to be another pass turn for me, but I need to not let this Veluza go down since he can hit some damage. So we'll go retreat Veluza with Air Balloon into Wishy-Washy and pass.
Okay. Draw. Parallel City.
Mm-hmm. I think just gonna have to go Veluza and assume that if you've got the boss stall or the boss knockout, I can still accelerate.
Yep. That was the plan.
Yes.
Then Psychic Recharge to Mewtwo. Horror Psychic Energy to Mewtwo. And end.
All right. Somehow that's worse. All right. Let's get 3.
Okay. Retreats into Mewtwo. And I'll limit break for 180 damage. Take the Scoop Up Net off of my prizes.
Okay.
And for those of you wondering, I am intentionally not using Gather Materials. Yeah.
Yes. That was really bad. So let's promote Frostmoth and draw. Getting Guzma, Level Ball, Kyogre off of the N and Scoop Up Net means I have no way to accelerate, and you are going to just keep pushing. The options become limited, though. Bench Kyogre, Guzma the Malamar.
Okay. That's why I got the Scoop Up Net.
Yes.
Yes. I was like, this is Craig's only move is the banana in the tailpipe, and I have to protect it.
And then I pass it back.
Okay. Draw. And Psychic Recharge onto Mimikyu. Then Scoop Up Nets.
Mm-hmm.
The Malamar. Go into Mewtwo. And Limit Break for 180 damage. Take the Super Rod.
Okay. Promote the Wailord. It's kind of a devastating spot. And draw for turn. And that's it.
GG's. GG's. I've got rope for game.
Yep.
Yeah. So, wow. I mean, I was hoping that we got like a really good back and forth GLC game on the stream, and I think that one really was.
Yes.
It felt like a real thinker. You could tell the gears were turning, and it was like, how do we maneuver our way out of this weird stalemate we're in?
Yes.
Yeah. And I made a misstep earlier with, I can't believe I just didn't see the Mimikyu copycat Kyogre play, but like That made the game a lot more interesting, actually. So.
Yeah, it was very close, and I think obviously that interaction with the Kyogre and Lost City was going to come into play with the splash energy.
Yeah,
but having your way around my guys really put me in a bad spot. Those late game hand disruption cards could not get any energy in the 3 turns of Hex between the two of us.
Brutal.
2 of them coming over here. It was a little hard to come back from.
Yeah, and that's why I like the Tinkaton so much in the Psychic deck, is because I feel like, well, especially with this build of Psychic, is it feels like more of a control style deck, in that you're okay going behind on prizes. That's why I got the reversal and the counter energy in here. You're okay kind of like going behind, sit behind Wob, set up a little bit, and then you've drawn out like your entire deck with Kirlia and Gather Materials. You're drawing 5 a turn, and you can just kind of pinpoint exactly what you want to do to pick apart your opponent's board and mount a comeback. So that was a lot of fun, and I think that was a cool game to get to see that back and forth between these 2 decks.
For sure.
And I was definitely worried about that Wailord, though. He is very big.
Yeah, the Horror Psychic energy on the Mewtwo would have made it definitely feasible with the Tinkaton coming up.
Yeah.
Tinkaton coming up after that.
That was by design. Yeah, I cut the muscle band, so I was like sweating that a little bit.
It's fine.
It's fine. You never need the Horror Psychic's there.
Exactly. I cut Horror Psychic, have muscle band. It's interchangeable.
Exactly. Well, that's the thing, is it's tough, right? It's tough. Finding room for all the cards you want to play is really difficult.
Yeah.
Just is. But I really appreciate you coming on today, Craig. It's been a lot of fun playing Gym Leader Challenge. Hopefully you enjoyed your first time here at the gym.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me. It's been a good time. Hopefully I did my decks justice.
I think you did. You did indeed. And all of the gamblers who betted on you. I think there was a lot of points on you, Craig. So that was fantastic. I'll be back tomorrow with some more Pokemon trading card game action, this time on the Pokemon Trading Card Game Live. All you live fans out there, of which I know there are a lot. I'll be playing that game tomorrow, so I'll see you all tomorrow. I'm going to be trying to get my LAIC vlog finished up before I leave for home for Christmas this weekend. So hopefully you all have a wonderful afternoon. I'll catch you tomorrow. And big thanks again to Craig for joining us on today's stream.
Thanks for having me.
Y'all have a good one. See ya.